take the blue pill. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Say his name and he appears.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Greetings and welcome to Unveiling Reality. How's it going tonight, everybody? Good to see ya. Back from break. It's been a long time. It's been like a month and a half since I've been here doing this, and it's kind of like riding a bike, but not really. I still feel like I'm forgetting something. In fact, I just realized I forgot my drink. So at some point I'll be turning it over to the avatar and going and grabbing my drink. But let me start off by thanking all of those awesome people in the winner circle who have been supporting the channel for oh so long and continue to do so. I thank you guys so much for being there for me always and being part of this winning reality we have here going on. And your names are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much. And let me get out there and thank everybody else who's here tonight and who has shown up. And guess what we can do here, guys? We can actually, I haven't done this yet, but we can actually turn on comments, chat in the corner there. Pretty cool. So I'm going to go to the top anyways and say, Wolfram, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? I'll turn that on in a second. How you doing? Good to see you. I hope you've been doing and living well this past month and a half. It is great to see you guys. And in case you forgot, remember to always listen to the wolf when you are here. He knows what he's talking about. And somewhere down here, he's wiped his paws. He lopes in and he... that's how you know the Alpha Mod's in the house. And hello, Heidi. How you doing? Thank you for the welcome back. Good to see you. And thank you for all of the keeping it locked down there on the mumble side, and also all the great work you've been doing in the Discord while I've been on vacation, and keeping the content out there and making suggestions for people, things to watch. So you're doing the good work there, much more good work than YouTube's ever done for me. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's great to see you. And who else we got? MJ, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. I'll get this lighting straight here. Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? The lighting is always one of those things. But there we go. Maybe that helps a little bit. I'm always just concerned about the lighting. It's the setup in the room. Really, I have to be boxed in and around this barrier in order for it to work right in this situation. So lighting is always tricky. You never know when you're going to have a good night or not with the lighting here. But guys, welcome. And by the way, if you're tuning in or you happen to click on the video and you're here, I'm just going to let you know right away. This is a return stream. I've been gone for like a month and a half. So basically tonight I'm going to be talking about that and more with the crowd. And so if you just popped in or happened to see this, for some reason, YouTube decided to push it out there. Thank you for clicking in, and I appreciate it. And if you want to hang out, that's cool. I get it, but that's what the show is about tonight. So pretty much that. Thank you, MJ, for being here. Who else we got out there? We got Suzanne from the Great White North. Suzanne, how are you doing? Hello. Hope you're doing and living well up there in Canada, up there in country. I hope you're doing good and you're being healthy and wise and all those things. Good to see you, Suzanne. All right, I'm glad you survived the winter. I'm glad you survived it. Daisy Girl Williams, there she is, dancing as always. It's Daisy Girl Williams, always one of the OGs, just like Suzanne and so many others that are here tonight. Daisy. There she is, guys. Yep. All right. So good to see you, Daisy. Hope everything's going great for you in your world. And it continues to get better and better for you every day. We got Snipperoonie, Snipperoonie, snip the snipe. I call you Snipe. She calls you Snipperoonie. Shelly does. And I got used to saying that. So then I started saying it. I don't know why, but I'm going to call you Snipe like always. Oh, yeah. And by the way, guys, there is Shelly talking trash truth, our hostess with the mostest. Right there. Give a big hugs as everybody comes in on all platforms tonight. We are broadcasting live on YouTube, Rumble, and X. I forgot that part, but there you go. Now I'm saying it. As always, we're on all three of those platforms. And let me see. There's Arby. How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while, man. How you been? Hope you've been doing great. I think we're just having a great summer. We're in the middle of summer. We're almost to June. And let me do this real quick. Oh shoot, I got I didn't. Why is that on? Interesting. Oh wait, I know why it's on. Okay, it makes sense because I got the camera on. That makes sense. I forgot that it did that. All right, that's how long it's been. It's funny how you forget things like that. Little things. But yes, the avatar got a new makeover, as you can tell. I think it looks pretty cool. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. Snipe, I hope you're doing good, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. And there is T-Rex Trucking and More. And you never know what the more may stand for. But that's T-Rex Trucking and More. And he's here. Good to see you, T-Rex. I'm going to get to these super chats in just a second. Thank you guys so much for busting in and making the night right from the beginning. Thank you guys so much. I'll be there for a second for you. I just want to make sure I say hello to everybody else who's stumbling in the door. Like just Dawn, Soulless Ginger. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And Levy, they came promenading in together, hand in hand. That's awesome. Great to see you guys. Hope you've been well. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got T-Rex Trucking celebrating 21 holy hell months of being in the winner's circle. Thank you so much, T-Rex, for all your support throughout the years, I should say, years. And all right, let's see. I think we're almost there. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's get to we got an angry conservative there too. New member. Oh, angry conservative. Joining back up with us. We'll start with that one right there. The angry conservative joining back up. And for your join back up, you get oh, you gotta love that one. And that's for you too, T-Rex. There you go. All right, those are for those two. And Shelly, 25 months. That's 2 years and a month. That's 2 years and a month. She has been a member and she loves the new avatar look. Yep, that's the new one. She loves it. It's like that. There we go. And it can do all kinds of things. Pretty not bad, huh? Not bad. Good new look for the avatar. He needed a brush up there. He needed a modernization. There we go. Let's see. Okay, where are we at? Let's do T-Rex Trucking and More. Should he say more? He doesn't need to say much more than that for me to understand exactly what he's talking about. So let's give him something really good for all of that. Let's give him yes, let's give him this one. Thank you for the super chat. There we go. All right. And we got Spice Baby. How you doing? Thank you. He's back. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I appreciate it. And I haven't been so long, but I remember which one you like to. I remembered, right? Okay, I remember. Good. Let's see. Oh, man, thank you so much for $20 super chat. Glad things are going well with you. Keep up the great work out there. Keep being yourself. keep being yourself and doing great. And don't let anybody push you around, man. That's my advice. Don't let nobody push you around, no how, no way. You just keep being you in an awesome way every day. And you can rhyme like that too. There you go. Thank you again. Thank you again. Appreciate that. T-Rex Trucking and More says winning has the tour manager, not the lighting tech. Was a tour manager on the lighting tech. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So I can do all that stuff, but lighting tech wasn't really my thing. I did know lighting techs though, but it's the setup, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on. I think as the sun goes down a little bit more, it may get better, but we'll see. We'll see. It's kind of calming down now. It's not flashing anymore, so I guess I'm doing things right. What I do is I slowly kind of like try to find the right place and try not to move much once I do. It's weird though because I'm noticing a little bit of lag on this end, so hopefully it's not coming through on that end. I haven't used this in a while, so hopefully I'm not out of sync like with what I'm talking and what I'm saying and what's coming across. Hopefully it all looks right. I always wanted to bring you guys the best quality I possibly could, minor improvements every week, best I can, with what I can do, how I can do it, best I can do it. But I know you guys are all wanting to know what's been going on for the last month and a half and what's going to be coming in the future. So I want to get back to it. Let's see, did I cover everything? Did I say hi to everybody? Everybody's there. There's Scott Hotbeck. Hotbeck, what's up? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And there's Thomas Anderson. All right. Looks fine over here. All right, cool. Good to hear. Glad. Serene Pickle on Rumble. What's going on? And there's Angry Conservative again. Hey, Angry, how you doing, buddy? And Serene Pickle, good to see you over on the Rumble side. My Rumblers are rolling in. I haven't even looked at Rumble. I don't even have it up. Let's see. See how it's going over there. How's it going on Rumble? There we go. Okay. I'm good. Yeah, I was supposed to do a stream with Dara Chat, and I actually went on vacation right before I was supposed to do a stream with him. So apologize to him if he's watching, but I never got a chance to come back around and get that done. And we shall see. Thomas, good to see you again. Oh, thank you, Vice. Thank you so much for that. Let's go ahead and start doing this right here. Let's see how this works. Okay, there we go. So do you guys dig that? We'll see how it works out. So that way the side conversations get on screen too, because I usually just talk about topic conversations, but tonight, if you guys are having side conversations, that's great. I totally encourage it, but I usually don't comment on those, but I will comment on everything you say to me or about the topic, right? That's usually how I do it. Sir Frank Otter, good to see you. Well, I was MIA, wasn't I? I was. Not tonight. We'll talk about that and more here shortly. I'm just enjoying your company right now, sir. Everybody here, I'm enjoying your company. I'm getting back to getting the hang of it, man. It's like riding a bike, but this time it's like motorized or something. But yeah, we're back and we're talking and all that stuff. So unveiling reality tonight will be the unveiling reality of the situation and a winning future for you and for me. So we'll be talking about that and much more, just to let you guys know, I will deliver on the subject line for you. I promise. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like there's something like it's like off about the video. I don't know why. But maybe it's just StreamYards. Like they've added new stuff since I streamed, and maybe that's what it is. I plan on doing a lot of talking tonight and a lot of listening. I'm listening to you guys. See, do you like the chat up on the screen? I think that's pretty cool. It's not too intrusive, right? What happens if I do this? Does it stay there? Okay. Look, we're all together now. All right. And if I do that, yeah, it's all still there. I don't plan on showing many videos or anything tonight. Maybe it was like I was always laid back here in the stars. I'll get a little personal tonight. I get up and close and personal because I am the most approachable, personable guy on YouTube. No doubt. many people call me like Mr. Warm, Mr. Warm, and they have no fear of contacting me or hanging out with me or whatever. So that is absolutely the truth. That's the way it goes. All right, so before we get talking, let's see. I still want to put you on an interview series. Let me know if you still want to do it. We should, and maybe that's what it's going to look like. Maybe that's going to look like. We'll talk about that. But yes, of course, I will come on your show. Of course, I will. We just got to work it out, and I will tell you a lot about that and more here in a second. As I slowly string this out, I have to, however, do the thing I got to do, and that is get up and get a drink. And to do that, I'm going to I need to play a classic here or something. What should I play? What any classic clips anybody wants that's kind of longer? Or I'll just pick one. I got a couple in mind already. That's 55 seconds. That'll probably get me there and back. All right. That's 15 seconds. Anyone that's longer? You watched that on the intro. So classics. Oh boy. We haven't seen this one in a while. This is kind of fitting. All right. I'll be back with a drink. Hold on.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Show starts in 8 minutes.
Or less. All right, we're back. We are back. There we go. So I got myself a drink. And now I'm sitting on the tails of my jacket. So hang on a second. All right. Here we go. All right. Tonight we're sponsored by C4 Hawaiian Punch flavor. That's good stuff right there. Tasty. Takes you back to those days. And without the sugar. So I won't be getting hyperactive and have my mom wonder why. All right. Let's see. Too close is too much. I'm going to get right in the right spot. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys for being here. Big crowd tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. As always, like Kay Marshall. What's up, Kay? How you been? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well while I've been away. There's Wolfram laughing. All right. You can see this all for yourself. And if I miss anything, I might actually catch it over here too. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. I wish you could move it around a little bit. It's like, that's where it's got to be. Yes, that was a blast from the past there. A clip from Old School Watch Party Sundays, where we'd always play that in between the documentary and the movie. So, and that show was a lot of fun. We did a lot of good stuff in that show. All the shows have been a lot of fun, but that one particularly, I always knew that there would come a day where I was going to run out of things to do on that show. And I just didn't know how long it would take. And sure enough, I actually showed everything I wanted to show pretty much. And, we went through a lot of really cool movies at the same time. So there's a great playlist over on Rumble. In fact, Rumble's got some great playlists. And I hope people will get some use out of them. One of the things about that, though, is it made me realize that eventually you do kind of get to a point when you're doing what I'm doing here, and you're running back through everything, and you're telling a story about the journey to understanding uh, the things I talk about, right? I always wanted to explain how I got to these conclusions, not just tell you guys something or throw some half-ass opinion at you, right? More so like how I formed this belief or how I formed this perception over time from the beginning to the end, the journey that you go on when you decide to go for the bigger answers or try to understand the reality, the truth of the reality that we're in. And so that journey was about uh bringing to awareness of a lot of old material that was out there, reanalyzing it for myself, sharing it with you guys, taking that journey once again, and helping people, whoever wanted to come along on another ride through that path, right? Like down the witch's road, however that song is. We went down the witch's road on that one, and that was pretty much that. So when that had to when I got to that point, I started finding it harder and harder to put things together and find ways to extend it, right? I did a couple different kinds of series. I did the prison stuff and how gangs work, and tried to extend it, right? But eventually it was just like a sign, right? It was like a sign. The universe tells you when things need to kind of wind up, right? And so that's the way I kind of felt at the end. I was just like, it shouldn't be forced. It should be what it is. It should have a graceful, awesome beginning and a graceful, awesome ending. And that was how that show went down. And I appreciate Shelly being there every week with me to do it. It was our baby, and we had a great time with it. I think Izzy is excited when he gets back. She's going crazy, knocking pillows off the couch. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Oh man. I'm watching you guys too, so I see it. I can see it on the screen now. I don't have to look over this way to look at the chat. That's one thing about my setup is I got a really big, nice screen with HD color on here, and I got another one over here where I usually play the videos, right? I'm looking over here, the videos are over there. So I'm usually like that, right? Sometimes like that. This isn't a bad look, but it needs to be in the middle. Like that one, maybe, but anyways, I've had a lot of fun putting things together, putting the, intros, the big intros together, the clips, the parodies, all that fun stuff. That's been a great time. Always had a good time doing that. But when you stop, you start thinking about doing that, and then you're like, well, that's one of those signs too. You may be getting burned out, or there's something going on. The thing about streaming is this, and I'm going to talk about the reality of the situation, right? And then the future. The reality of the situation is that I went about doing this channel in a very unconventional way, right? I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. I didn't follow trends. I didn't get into clicks. I kind of want to keep my integrity the entire time through this, right? I didn't become sensational. I didn't want to become sensational, right? So the thing about it is like when you're not following the crowd, you're not following the bell cow in YouTube, it doesn't know what to do with you. And I've come to the realization that during this time, I've been away. I've been watching a lot of material about YouTube, about streaming. I've gotten away from, people who, have opinions and whatnot that aren't very educated, and gone to people who are experts in doing this shit. People who make millions streaming, who understand it. People who have worked at YouTube. People who are work for analytics companies and so on, that do study things deeply, and they're educated on things, and understanding how this weird thing works. And that there's really, it's not so much that they we have our theories about shadow banning and things like that, and I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Most people would agree that are educated on the matter that it's really not, but it's an easy thing to say when you don't feel like you're getting pushed out, right? And a lot of times it has to do with the fact that they just don't understand what to do with you. And because I wasn't like putting screaming faces on every thumbnail, there's things drive me crazy. Like Benny Johnson is the worst at it. You can barely find a thumbnail of his where someone isn't screaming about something, and it's stupid looking. But he's a trend. He sets a trend doing that, and sensational headlines. He'll buy into anything to get you to click in and watch him, half-ass a report. That's just one example, and people do that. And then that when more people click in on that, YouTube's like, oh, that's what people want to see. And if you don't go along with it, you're not in the flow. Also not putting out standalone videos is another way to get out of the flow and on things like that. And that comes down to, I'm going to be all over the place, by the way. That comes down to, how you approach things, right, with your channel. If you guys have always known, this has been, I have responsibilities in the world. I don't have anybody paying my way. I don't have a sugar mom. I don't have I don't have any kind of setup. I'm not independently wealthy. I have to work, right? And so when I started doing this channel, I was working full time at a place, and I was making a good amount of money to where I could, and I had a lot of time on my hands too with that job. For some reason, it was like, it was a slow moving, big company. And so I get my stuff done, and then I have to wait for sometimes weeks to start up something else. Just getting paid to sit there. So I was making good money, and I had time to make videos. I had time to do that. And when I started the channel, my son was at summer camp all summer. Like he went up to Pennsylvania for a summer camp. And so I had a lot of time on my hands, and I did a lot of stuff. Of course, I've changed direction from the time I started to where I'm at now to this is where I wanted to be doing the entire time. Wasn't what I did when I started out. All right. So starting out, me and where I'm at, there's a little bit of what I wanted to do there, but not all of it. Hey, let's see. I saw someone else come in. Who else go? Hey, Anya, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, that was me, in the beginning. And I got pulled in to a group, thinking I was going into a group of, people that were serious about content creation. I didn't know because I was new, and this guy's gimmick was pulling in new people, and the rest of the story, for the most part, right? I got away from that toxic environment. I reset what I was going to do here to where I wanted it, worked hard at it, relaunched the channel with fresh new shows, intros, things about that, and let the past in the past. And so we moved on. And no, I am the sugar daddy. No, I gotta do, that's the whole thing, right? That's the whole thing. I gotta do that. So I gotta work, and that's important. And so what I did was after I had the full-timer, right? That company decided it was going to split and form a couple of different companies, and it did a rip, right? And that happens in technology. It happens all the time. So they cut a ton of people. This is a huge company, by the way. And so I decided, at that point, it was better for me to do contracting rather than ever be permanent at a place. That was for a lot of different reasons, because you just never know what people on the internet, what they'll try to do in terms of trying to mess with your life. Is that Jacob Castro? What's up? Hey, I like this because now I won't miss anybody when they come in. I can kind of see it out the corner of my eye. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, hold on. Yep, you are. In fact, you're such a good sugar mama. Let me you guys are my sugar mama, right? Let me give you this one. Thank you for the super chat, sugar mama. There we go. Sugar bear. He's sugar bear. Sugar bear. It's like, all right. Yep, that was it. You called it. Stick around for much more of that, because the more you throw it, the more you get it. Let's see where we at. 20, 30, 20, 50, 67. You're almost up to the one that has never been seen before. We could actually end up seeing that tonight if things keep going this great. But yeah, the contracting thing worked out pretty good at first, right? And that gave me, still in control of my hours and control of a lot of other things. Gave me a lot of time to do what was up to like 5 to 7 shows a week. And then you had to run up to the election, and that was really important. That was key. One of the things I wanted to do was make sure I was in a position that when we started the run for the next presidential election, I was in a good position to be to be part of that push, and whatever way I could be at the time. Now, I wish I could have been. I guess in a way, I wish I could have been out there more, but we still got the job done, right? And my feeling is the whole time the people that were supposed to be here have been here, and that's cool. There's still part of me that wishes I was in the conversation on a bigger level, but there's also a bigger part of me that has never wanted to be famous and doesn't need the attention. Like, I don't do this for the attention, never have. It's always been about the content and the people, and you guys are important to me. And I'm not just saying that, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I do genuinely appreciate everybody that's been here. I'm not one of those guys who just does that. And I see that, and I hate it when streamers do that as a way to maintain their channel. I'm honestly honored and amazed and appreciative and thankful of everybody who spends time and effort coming to the shows. I mean, you have a lot of places you can be, but you choose to be here during that whole run and everything we were doing. We stuck together, and that means a lot. And that isn't just, me trying to make you come back or any kind of grift, man. That's right from the heart. That's like for real. And I could never imagine that, these awesome people are here to do this with me. So I thank you. And like I said, if I wanted to do this for the attention, right? If I needed attention, I would have come out here, glasses off, hat off, background showing, maybe I'd hang some shit on the walls. I don't know. And just be whatever I thought people wanted me to be. Hold on a second. But instead I came out here to be myself, and to whether people like it or not, whether they understood it or not, talk about what the things that I've learned along the way and where I'm at right now in terms of that, and then pass along that knowledge, like to free people from abuse. Really is what the model is. It's to free people from the abuse of subversion, of grifting, of things that are used against them to take advantage of them. That's really the underlying tone of this. And through that, winning their reality back from people who are trying to that's my nose always itch when I don't get it. Winning their reality back from people who are trying to steal from them, right? So the winning reality part of it is us, right? Oh shoot, you're gonna throw me off here. Here we go. Wait, there's one that has, yep, and you just crossed the line, didn't you? You did. Let's see. Yeah, you did it. 2040. Okay, yeah, you did it. You crossed the line. Here's the one that's never been seen. We might as well watch it now, right? Hang on. Thank you for the super chat. $50 for the one that hasn't been seen. Now you've seen it. Now you have seen it. That one's only been played one time. Yeah, wow. No, tension wasn't my deal. It hasn't been my deal. It hasn't been my deal. That's what I'm saying. Like I have things going on. I have a 15-year-old son, right? And spending time with him is very important to me. And especially since he's 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, things change a lot in those years, and life starts to pick up for him. And these years and these moments, and every little second counts, and every moment is precious and whatnot. So one of the things that started, and I promised you I'd be all over the place tonight because I'm not going to be able to keep this in one train of thought, but stick with me. It'll be worth it. one of the things that started happening is that I realized that, with all the effort I was putting in the channel. Well, okay, let me go back to the work thing for a second. So, the contracting thing was okay for a while, but it was a struggle because the contracts come and they go in the end, and you always have to have another one going on. Well, towards the end of the Biden administration, those years, things got really tight, and the DEI was coming breaking in. People were kind of worried about what to spend money on. It was I was not seeing the type of activity I'd been used to over a 10-year, 15-year career. Well, a 10 plus year career doing what I'm doing now. And I'm used to having recruiters just ringing my phone up the hook. I'm used to having people constantly coming at me with opportunities, right? And that wasn't happening. And finding contracts, to bookend became very hard. So what was going on was I would work a contract, I would get paid out on that contract, and then I would have to live on that contract money for months waiting for the next contract. And if you want to drink along, whenever I say contract, just take a drink, right? But that went on. That's been going on for a couple of years now. Maybe I can't remember exactly when it started. Maybe a year and a half or so, maybe more. It feels like more. It really does. Because when I'm in that mood, I'm not balanced the way I need to be balanced, right here. And the purpose of my drive to put this information out in the world was to create a better future, right? To remove the enablement of corruption, right? And generational fixes, because that's the only thing we're really going to fix it. People that are gone, as you can figure out now, are pretty much gone. Some of them come around, but most of them don't, right? And it's tough because we've all been through losses because of it. So with that, I came to realize that, if part of me securing the future for my son and his kids and his kids and your kids and so on down the road, legacy is also securing it in the present, right? And if I'm not doing as well as I can in the present for him, and I'm not securing his future the way I need to, it needs to start at home, right? So that became a bit of a struggle and was weighing heavy on my mind week after week. But I kept showing up. I kept putting together, I think, really great shows, fighting through the election, having a variety of shows. I really enjoyed doing Unrig the Game with the books. We read 6 books. There's still a couple more I have. But it was the time, right? And along with that, the time I was putting in, not getting pushed out, not being trendy, not refusing to be sensational, not grifting off another channel or another person to do it. It's just, there's decisions that I made along the way that kept me, right? And I didn't want to ever compromise that, because I think it just goes against what I stand for and what I say on this channel to do anything like that. Plus, that's not me. It's just not me. I couldn't bring myself to be a Benny Johnson or some other grifter or to dedicate myself to the promotion of some other channel that's going, some drama or something. I just can't do it, right? I had a thing and I put the thing out there and I did the thing that I came to do. And of course, part of that was to put that my takes into the election that was coming up and do my best to help enthusiastically secure that election for the anti-establishment as best we can now, right? And we did it, and everybody got in. I think it's really good, and I got my opinions about things, but I think we're doing great. And usually after a big presidential push, like the Ron Paul ones I did and the one in 2016 and 2020, I usually take like about a year break. It's usually like for a year I'm like burnt on politics. That happened too. We went through this little bit of drought, and in news that was like a hit about, I don't know, whenever I stopped, kind of right around this time I stopped doing a lot of streams, right? And it was just burnt. And like even the new media, they were just grasping at things to talk about. It's like, well, can I sensationalize this? Can I go back to that? And they have the loudest voices, the biggest mics, the biggest audiences. You can't outshop those guys. You got to be you know, it would be great if I could go on a Tim Pool panel, right? Like, I think that if I went on his panel, I probably would, you know, who knows? Maybe he might find it a challenge and like it and want to have me back a lot. You know, I don't know. But that's kind of like where my voice needed to be at that point. And repeating the same things to the same people every week, and not having things, trying to find things to talk about, and you know, getting into some of the degrifting stuff. That was great. I'll talk about that in a second. But the the politics, man, I just, you know, it's like when you okay, it's time to do a show. Okay, it's time to put together a thumbnail. It's time to put together a title, and you're just like, you know, I don't want to. I can't even think of anything because I'm so burnt on it. That's like where I got with. That's why, you know, the Winning Tonights were got fewer and fewer, and I got really burnt on it. And I'm not like a Tim Pool or Benny Johnson or you know, Next News Network kind of guy. I'm not like, I know I shouldn't put all these guys together, but I did. But where they're doing nightly news and reports and then clipping it, and they're real businesses, right? I'm not a real business. I'm a part-timer who's got an interesting way of looking at things and who's got a lot of experience and just wanted to share it, right? Just wanted to give it to other people while I still could and why I had the time, and it seemed like the right time to do it. Maybe help some people out along the way. I don't know. Maybe open some eyes, maybe free some people from some abuse, some grifts, some you know, some subversion, help them do that for others. That's really the goals there, right? And that's what I went for. And there's Jacob Peets. What's up, Jacob? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, man. Thought about you. I was like, yeah, how's Jacob Peets doing? And when I see somebody else coming here, Shinny, what's up? What's up? What's up? There you go. Play me at fast speed. You'll love it. You'll love it. All right. And let me catch a drink here. Let's see. Man, I don't like to eat, drink, or smoke or do anything like that on camera. It's just me. They watch. You guys see that thing where Kurt was eating that pizza bullshit on stream? Did he eats on stream? That's gross, man. Who eats on stream? It's nom, nom, nom. That's so gross, man. It's disgusting. And I can't believe how many people show up to watch that guy. I'll be honest with you. I unsub from him, man. I unsub from him. That, you know, it's just like I don't find his content interesting, and it's kind of disgusting, you know, eating on the stream. I don't know. But anyways, if you like Kurt, that's cool. I'm just not my cup of tea. But that made me think of it because like I just don't like to do stuff like that on stream. Like, can you imagine if like you like turned on the news or something or program, someone's just sitting there eating a bowl of soup or a sandwich while they're trying to talk to you? So it's like, I don't know, not my thing. But anyways, so politics started burning me out, where I couldn't, you know, what thumbnails are going to be today, right? Like now it's titled, I got the videos. I'm always saving the videos to the folder, and I can just run through them, right? And that'd be fine and all. But again, I always said I value your time, right? And I don't want to waste your time with a low energy stream because I'm burnt on the topic. Which is a lot of reasons why I won't do a show. It's like if I can't bring it for you, man, I'm not going to just show up because I needed the attention or I feel the pressure to keep my channel going in a certain direction because YouTube's going to take my fucking subs away anyways. You know, trying to cross 4,800. It was like, okay, I'm done. Right. I'm not going to sell my soul to get subs. I'm not going to sell my soul to get views. And I'm not going to disrespect the people who come here by pissing in their ears with a bunch of shit just for my own personal gains, right? It is what it is, you know. And I said the universe will give you signs. God will give you signs of what you should do. You can take it any way you want to, whether you believe in God or not, and put you where you need to be. But you need to pay attention to what you're seeing and what's going on. Well, at the same time, like I said, I'm having this job thing where I'm like, I need to get full-time employment again, right? That has to happen because that's what's best for what really matters in my life, and right in front of me, my son and his future, and that's what it's on. That's my purpose, right? That is this what I'm doing here, part of our purpose too, right? But this purpose means nothing if I'm not fulfilling my core purpose, right? So I can't help you guys if I can't help him, if I can't do better and do things I want, right? For him and the time that we have together. So that became a struggle when you start kind of like getting into the deep red on your backup plans, your what keeps you afloat during contracts. And so my energy going into this was taking a lot of energy, right? Where I'd run the show, I get off, and spend time with Shelly, watching stuff afterwards to cool down. You end up, get up, you look for jobs, you after you just get some rest, you get up, look for jobs, do that. Then it's time. All of a sudden, it's time to start getting ready for the show again. Before you know it, became a routine. It was like every day, this show, that show, that show, that show, and it went on for a long time. And I think my endurance and my tenacity lasted quite a lot longer than probably you should have in that situation, because I do have a lot of tenacity, and I was able to push through a lot of stuff for a long time. And I let the cards fall where they may. And I said, now you want to watch me eat something? I bet you do. Oh yeah. See, look, there it is. Let me take a break just to talk to you guys. I forget, because I'm trying to keep my train of thought going and not ADD out on you guys. But Glenn has a video saying Trump was okay. You go get him, Thomas. You get him. I'm not going to be talking a lot of politics tonight. It's just basically a catch-up stream. But you do it. You talk about it. You guys have fun out there. I can see it right there. You'll be up here talking. See, right there. And I'm trying to explain where I've been and what I'm doing, for the last month and a half, and it's been good. Like, I've been working out a lot more. I'm back into the workout. My back's better, so I can work out again. So I'm getting that going on. And like I said, I needed to refocus my energy into that thing that I had to get done. And I felt like I was parsing my energy out into this show, right? And at the same time, you get the frustrations of YouTube just kicking you in the nuts every day. We're not going to push you out because you're not sensational enough. You're not grifting enough for us. We can't put enough ads on your freaking stream, right? Or just people too getting burned out on the topics, getting burned out on politics, and that's all I'm offering. Aside from that, reading and whatnot, but I get it. Because I was right there with you. I kind of got burned out on it too, of all people, right? Of all people. But I do, especially after an election run, I do have a burnout phase. So a break is much needed on that stuff. Even the world didn't end, right? We're all still here, and with much more to go, there will be many interesting things ahead of us. The degrifting part versus the politics part. Degrifting part was cool. I love doing the UFO stuff, but even that started to get burnt out on that. And also, shout out Stephen Cambion of Truth Seekers, who I enjoy watching. I think he's doing a great job. He's been doing this a lot longer. He's highly engaged in a battle with David Wilcox, which is thoroughly entertaining. When we stream at the same time. So I'm like, there's already somebody out there that is doing a freaking phenomenal job. He's going to say everything I'm saying, but he's got a more established channel. And so he's got it covered, man. So I would say, if you liked what I was doing with the Greer and the UFO, UAP degrifting stuff, check out Steven's channel, Truth Seekers. Watch him for that. And he'll hook you up, right? He'll hook you up. And maybe one day I'll pop on his stream. I did ask, mention it one time, but I never heard back from him. So, and then again, another signs, the universe, God, however you want to put it, will put you where you need to be. Look for the signs, and as things like that don't come through, J. Michael Waller not coming through, things not coming through. It's it's kind of like, hey, take the hint, right? You need to slow down. You need to refocus yourself. Another thing that was going on too, like I said, Shelly and I, we'd like to get together and we like to watch stuff together. We watch stuff. We watch wrestling. We love wrestling. It's fun. It's better than it's ever been. So even if you think it's silly, it's new again. It's refreshed and it's pretty cool. But we like it. And we like watching Star Wars series and Marvel series and all the things people complain about. And, but we don't mind. But my cool thing happened. My son started hanging out with us too, and and wanting to spend time with us. He wanted to watch wrestling again. He wanted to watch stuff with us. And so that became the thing, right? That became like, well, I'm struggling to put together a thumbnail and a topic for this evening, even though I got I got plenty of videos to talk about. But I was just like, I can't make I'm trying to do it. I'm thinking of you guys, right? I'm thinking I want to be there for you guys. I'm thinking I needed to be there for you guys. And I'm still having a hard time putting it together. And then time rolls around. I still don't have it. I'm like, well, maybe just I can't do it tonight. And then we go in and we have a good time hanging out. And I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing versus the other thing that I didn't do. And so it became really easy to not stream. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break and I'm going to see how I feel about it. Like, when's my urge for me to return going to happen? I'm going to pay close attention and take a step back and watch myself here. And I'm going to keep focusing on what's important, which is spending time with family and securing long-term, secure, high, employment that's going to, help us get to where we need to be in the next, many years. Okay. So that's where my energy went. And that's what I was doing when I was gone, besides, getting back in shape, and just focusing and learning a lot of stuff, like really drilling down and looking at different channel ideas I had, thinking about what I could do with this channel, but also looking at other ways to create videos for a different channel, right? Different channels, looking at how other people that are really good at it do it. With the AI, there's a lot of AI faceless video. There's a lot of things you can do these days. What's the realistic thing if we do that, right? I tried a couple, I tried different ideas and I looked into them. I learned some tools, started hanging out in some real creator communities, people that are real serious about this shit, and talking with them and learning better prompting for AI, learning better stuff for my, for what kind of career I wanted to move into eventually as mine moves that way. And that's what I was, so I started using my time differently. And I found that outside of you guys right here, all these wonderful, awesome people right here in the crowd, all these Daisy's laughing at me. Oh, great. You're laughing at my pain. This is laughing at my pain. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're laughing at. Hopefully it's something funny. And all you awesome people out here, outside of missing seeing you guys and being here to have a conversation with you, I wasn't missing anything else. Like that's what I found out. I wasn't missing anything else. Like I said, I'm not here for the fame. I'm not here to have people go, oh my God, he's a streamer, kiss my ass or any of that shit. I don't want it. And I'm not here for the attention, and I don't want fame, right? So if I did that, I would have come out with my real name, suit and tie, 3 videos a day, plus a live stream. I would have attacked it, or at least something, some kind of presentation, some newsroom presentation, instead of this, I'm this idea, right? I'm the vessel that an idea drives. Like I'm very, it was very more entertainment, but yet thought-provoking and more spiritual, ethereal, whatever I don't know what the right word for it is. Someone will shout it out for me, right? But that was the idea behind Winning Reality. It still is, and it still is. It's that it's not your typical place, right? And then it's bigger than somebody sitting in a newsroom doing, I'm the news guy, right? It's bigger than some streamer, shouting his opinion that he may or may not have researched very well. It's deeper than that. So it was like, I didn't fit that. But if I was going to be that, if I wanted to be the next Tim Pool, the next Benny Johnson, or the next whoever that puts their name out there first, my brand is my name is my brand. And here I am. And I want everybody to know my name. It's like, that's not me. I would have done that. I would have came out there and done that right away. Right. And, or if I just wanted people to, cult up and follow me, it's always been about getting the message across. And if you get it and you're the most out of it, that's cool. And if you wanted to come back and hang out and be part of it, that's cool. But it's, if I could be there to help, I'm there to help. So, so it became real easy to not do it. And I found out that the only thing I missed from it was you guys, and all that. Let's see. RB says I use Discord to hang out with friends that I watch MMA or chill with. So much more low key than streaming. I had a lot of family life stress and could continue streaming. Haven't for a few months. So how did you feel about that, man? Do you feel like you missed it? I think that's the key. I think there's some people out there that would say, "Oh, I could walk away from this at any time. I wouldn't have any problem with it all. I could just do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow." Right? Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Do it. That's what I say. Do it. you know, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that they can live without it. And but I found that I could. And that was an interesting thing. So I just I had to find out when I was going to come back and talk to you guys about it and what I was going to do going forward. And I know many of you are like, is that Anthrax, the metal band? Hell yeah, play it. I'm the man. That's a great song. Yeah, great album too. So I just, would just say that I'm trying to think about, like, I had ideas about doing something different with the channel, keeping you guys around, and how I would do that. Would there be like a mix of, I guess I still eventually one day I want to talk about politics again. There'll be 2026 race coming up. Those are kind of like always like, what do you do with that, right? Push, go do it. Keep the, we all know what we got to do, right? We all know what we got to do, and we all know what they'll try to do. And pretty much we elected the people we wanted to elect. Now we got to put it in their hands and hope that they follow through. Some of it we're gonna like, some of it maybe we won't, but it's better than what we had, and it's a hell of a lot better moving forward. It looks like to me things are getting a lot better. Specific points, we can talk about that. We're only an hour in. We can talk about specific things. If you want to ask me questions about what is your take on this, I haven't heard your take on that. All that coming up once we I get to the point where I'm kind of like finished talking about where I've been and what I'm doing and what's coming next. So, and I guess in summary from the past, right, what I've learned about it is that it's not necessarily that, people like or dislike the content or whatever. It doesn't reach out, and the people that do find it tend to hang out. I don't run too many people off. Usually the people that don't need to be here anyways are they're just really here for themselves and not to expand their mind, but to try to close the mind of others. And we don't want that around anyways. So I don't really find that it's just that we don't fit in, and I'm not doing the extra things to be different because it's not a full-time thing. It can't be a full-time thing for me. And I think that's the indication that it shouldn't be. Right. So it needs to be scaled back to a point where it fits into my lifestyle. No. Oh yeah. I forgot one part. Hold on. Forgot an important thing. Damn it. All right. The important thing is this. I found the long-term employment. So I put my mind to it. I put my energy into it. I fought, I clawed. And I came swinging in at the last second on a chandelier and freaking got it. And I got an opportunity with a very, very big company, and to not only do what I was doing, but to take it to the next level with everything I need to do that. Everything I need. So it took a long time to come to me, but it eventually showed up. Does that mean I'm done with YouTube? No, probably not. But I don't know which ways I'm going to be involved in YouTube. But I want to talk to you guys about that too. And what that means. There's like the weekend shows, like I was thinking maybe every other weekend we get together, maybe, We can go over things, talk about stuff, watch funny videos, and talk about cool things, and maybe talk a little bit about good news, and maybe I add more to that show. Like I've always wanted to do more entertainment, and with AI, there's things out there that can be done that haven't been done yet. You know, I've always wanted to have a game show. I've always wanted to host a game show. There still could be that too. I had an idea a long time ago about a game show that was online. I just haven't figured out how to put together yet. I had some ideas. We tried to work on it a long time ago. So that could be it. I'll be trying my hand at other channels that generate a lot of revenue with AI and AI automations, things like that. I've already tried my hand at a little bit of that. But like I said, I'm hanging out, spending a little bit of time in a community of people that are serious about it. So getting ideas, bouncing ideas off, having someone who's kind of leads the show there, helping out. It's pretty cool. Not one of these paid communities, it's one I've happened to find from a channel. Guys are pretty cool. Everybody's pretty cool there. So I don't spend a hell of a lot of time there, but I pop in and we all talk about things and we try different stuff out and we talk about, well, you know, what trending niches are out there and what can we get involved in? How do we do them? How do we prompt AI to do it? Things like that. Pretty cool stuff. But as far as winning reality goes, yeah, it's always going to be what it is, right? It's always going to be an evolving channel. It's always been evolving, you know, but I can promise you it'll just always be real. That's the thing that has always consistently been true about my channel. It's like, it's genuine, it's authentic, and it's direct. Whether that's nice or not, whether people like it or not, it's just direct. And you know, I can't be any other way but myself. I can't fake. I can't be fake. I can't fake it. I can't I don't fake my credentials. I don't fake who I am. I don't, you know, any of that stuff. It is what it is. And that's the way it'll be. So whatever that means, if I come back and you know, a few months and just spin up all the old shows, that could happen too. I mean, it's just how it feels and what's right. Right now, what's right is focusing on the new gig. And right now, what's right is not forcing myself into to do too much, and and not going into burnout topics. I don't want to sit here and get, you know, irritated by people's bad takes, or like I don't want to, you know, the news, or we've heard it. I've done it so many times. I've done it for years now. I think you guys know it, right? And the content that I've made over these years is sitting there. Like I look at the analytics and like some of the most important streams I've ever done don't get any views anymore, right? Tagged right, everything. It's just YouTube doesn't push them out. And that's the, you know, there's a lot of people making videos. There's a lot of people streaming. And so that's there. If anybody ever finds it or goes back and maybe one day down the road, hey, 9-year-old streamed about something I'm interested in. Maybe they listen to it and it helps them. That's what it's there for. It's the library now. Good to see you too, Justin. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Your delays, your reaction is always on time. That's what I'm saying. And remember to listen to the wolf, because let's do it. Let's do it. Be joyful. You put the work in and made a difference. Now is the time to make the most of what you have while you have it right there. Yeah, exactly. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. That's kind of how it runs, man. It's kind of like kind of how it ran for me in music too. You know, I pushed really hard. Eventually one day it just was like, you know, I'm not missing the gigs, not missing the stage, not missing the people, but I missed you guys. I'm talking about the people I was, you know, playing with or whatever. So let's see, let me go back here. So YouTube is they kicked me like a short Italian gal. Ouch. Keep up research and host and tech. Yeah. Solo presentation is hard to keep up. Well, yeah, definitely. And I tell you what, I when I first started, I was on a very boring panel of people, and there's nothing worse than a boring panel. It's just nothing worse. Where a guy would literally just co-opt new creators and other people, Discorders or whatever, literally just co-opt them to sit up there and get views for a channel. Like, he sat there and basically said nothing or said something stupid every now and then. Not an entertainer. Would talk over people, would blow up bits that were actually good. And me and Shelly and I were main source of his entertainment and views for a long time. And that's it just doesn't appeal to me. This doesn't appeal to me. I don't know what the appeal is unless the group that's up there is doing something, but if you want a good place to hang out, go hang out at Valhalla's Goat Streams. That's to me, that's cool, right? Because it's real. And the goats don't demand your attention. They just are. They're just there for you to enjoy. They really do. They're not trying. They won't gross you out. They won't single you out. They won't judge you. They're just goats. And I like that. I like that. Every now and then Valhalla comes bumbling in there and he puts some hay out. It's like, oh, hey man. He's the hay man. Every time he's in there, I go, hey man. It's because he's the hay man. Right. And you can have a really goat time at the goat stream. You can have a really good time. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's genuine. It's real. That's real life right there. That's life and death in goat world happening. So, I mean, that's the kind of place, if I was going to go just chit chat with people, like, that's what kind of place I want to hang out with. Something like that going on in the background. Real life. And a panel of goats. That is it, right? And occasionally a rooster, and maybe if you're lucky, a spider that climbs in front of the camera, right? You can get a little bit of that too. But that's the kind of chit chat room I'd want to be in, and I actually do. That's probably one of the few places I go and stop in. I do stop in and tell everybody to have a goat day. Have a goat day, have a good evening, and then I tell them goat night. And we wait for hey man. That's fun. That's real life. It's reality. It's real reality TV right there. That is the real. And then there's Malloy. The Malloy tells you right away what matters to him. Hit the like button, right? You hit the like button, you make him happy. You can make an old man happy for one like. You can do that. He's, he goes for dinner. He gets his pot stickers. They take a little trip to the museum and they have a good time. Yeah, they have a damn good time. Jacob says, I had my nose in the grindstone with this new role for a minute, but I'm finally getting under my feet. Good. That's kind of like where I'm at. Like I said, I haven't started yet, but I start probably it's going to be like July. So I got time. I think at that time, what I'm going to do is like a lot of domestic stuff and continue to work out. But I need to, I need to do things around here. But, and then my son will be out of school in June. So we had a little bit of time. And like I said, like as far as like streaming schedule goes and stuff like that, I don't, there you go. Sub to Valhalla. I'm thinking like, what I want to do is to keep us together, right? To keep us together, this great group of people. And if other people show up, that's cool. And if they don't, they don't. Maybe trying to, without promising anything, try to make it to a couple of streams a month on a Saturday night, right? So the schedule I got is he has to go visit his mom every couple of weeks, every other weekend anyways. So that's a good thing. Maybe a good time to do it, and Shelly. Oh yeah, Shelly. And Shelly could come up with me and we could do it together. Maybe T-Rex will stop in. Maybe that can be a time where we actually have people that we watch stuff together or whatever, but it would just be us, right? And if new people came and wanted to hang out, that's cool. You know, we want to talk about important topics from time to time. We can. And like I said, if I find once the new gig starts that I have a spot and a need and I feel the urge, I'm compelled. I feel that that's the whole thing is like I go by what compels me, what drives me to do something. And this channel, I was compelled and driven to do this channel to relay the information. The veils of perception came to me, you know, and I was like, this is the way that I explain this to people. This is the way that I show what I think is going on. And so it was I was driven, and I feel like I've said everything I can say about it to this point, right? It's a little bit ahead of its time, but you know, so it's there to come back around to at any point when it, you know, things catch up to it. But I think as a whole, society still has some lessons to learn about getting serious about stopping the long-term ideological subversion, mind control that's been going on, the narrative-based, information-based mind control, and where to not push it and why. Like there's nothing I can't shout over Alex Jones and Benny Johnson and other people out at Redacted or other people out there that think it's okay to not research what they're talking about and to grift people and to pine for attention and amass great wealth doing it. I mean, you can't. They're all stinking rich. You know, they're making tons of money, skimming the truth. You know, skimming the truth, or questioning things that they know they might know the answers to, but they act like they don't. I don't know. I can't figure them out. I don't want to anymore. I'm burnt on that. I'm burnt on them. They can wreck the whole place, and people like us will just keep fighting. But eventually, it'll come around. So when it does, we got the whole thing here. We got the whole catalog here. We got the veils of perception. They're not going anywhere. It's all right here. You know, but the time right now is to chill after a good hard run, and we accomplished our goals of winning this election and getting us at least another fighting chance to make it right. You know, can you imagine if Kamala Harris had won and we'd lost that election? Like, can you imagine what the world would be like right now? What we'd be going through? I mean, as the WF seems to be imploding, and that's another reason why I can kind of feel like I take my foot off the accelerator a little bit. So the WEF seems to be having a big hard time. And the thing about it, when you're $1 trillion, you have all these big time people going in and giving you money. They want results. So when you can't deliver, they pull their money out. And when the money that they were using to pay you starts to dry up because Doge is cutting it off because they shouldn't have been getting that money in the first place. They're gonna have to reassess themselves, aren't they? So, you know, I feel like that's backing off a little bit. Though we could ever take our eyes off the globalist agenda, but I think that you know, it's at least for now we're not in as dire straits as we were. And I think what you're gonna find is that their push for Agenda 2030 is going to turn into a different agenda with a different person pushing it at some point, because the old Klaus is stepping down, he's going away, and some other weirdo is taking his place. But he's probably just there for a nice practice of managed demise of that organization. Remember, it was Bilderberg at one point, and it became WF, and now it's Davos takes over for Bilderberg. I think that they're going to either. They may still exist, but they're kind of fade into obscurity, and another group will come along with another plan for a new world of such, and they'll try to do something too. They'll call it something else. They're never going to stop, right? They're never going to stop. But for now, I think we got them. We got them in a good place. I'm not saying that it's done and to just forget about things and go to sleep, but I think that we're in a good place. And right now, they have to wait. Now they have to wait. We're on offense, and now they have to wait. They have to wait and see what happens and how they're going to try to counter what they're doing. So now we got time to breathe a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Scott turned up his Discord, y'all. I thought Klaus had some sort of allegations. Well, why not? Pile it on, baby. Pile it on. Pile it on. Give it all. A general. Like I said the other night, winning. We did the thing. We got Trump elected. Now it's okay to rest for a little bit. The primaries aren't until next November. I also take a break from politics after in general. Yeah, that really has always been what I do, because I just exert so much energy going up into it. Like the year leading up to it, it's like nothing but like, man, none of that. right? And so I don't know. We'll see how the next one comes around, and 28. This channel should still be here in 28. We could end up doing a whole another run in 28. Depends on what the urgency is, right? It could be a gentle run, or it could be it could be an all-out war. I don't know. Depends. I don't think that. I mean, what is a Democrat? Does anybody know? I don't know. I think to me, it just means some big government Marxist-minded person. They don't have a platform. What do? Nobody knows what they do, and it's the truth. It's not just like it sounds funny to say, right? But they don't have a purpose. What the purpose is to resist Trump. Well, Trump ain't running again. What are you gonna do now? Oh wow, he's evil. He's just like him. They don't have a purpose. They're rudderless. And in the middle of imploding. What do you call them? What do they do? Sell out the countries for money and power? Yeah, and then the people who support it don't have a freaking clue. Man, I still peek in every now and then back to see what my old friends are up to, and I still peek in to my someone to where my old friends that escaped, that are like in me or similar. They escaped the scene because the scene turned toxic, as most of the people got TDS, and they don't have a freaking clue. They don't have a clue. They're still going crazy. They still are just tortured by their own thoughts and their own media and they don't even see it's the person beside them that is their friend who thinks just like them that's torturing them the most. Bringing it up. They still think the biggest bunch of crap. I stopped in the other day to see how people were doing. I didn't see what people were doing. It's just, yet they think they got it all figured out. So what do they do? And it's like nobody can answer like what the Democrat platform was. Nobody knows. Well, we believe in social justice. What does that mean? What does that mean to you now? It meant something a long time ago. It meant something different, right? I guess, it was a more veiled virtue. Now it's just flat out non-virtue, but you think it's virtue, right? Nobody can answer. So I don't know what 28 is going to look like. I don't know. They're going to run somebody. They're probably going to try to run a celebrity, man. What do you think? Somebody that can just win because of their personality and nothing else, like another Obama or something. Obama had no credentials. He had no resume to run at all. It was all personality and skin color. And that was horrific. That was a terrible thing. So, wait, who's Dawn is leaving? Oh, good night, Dawn. Thank you for being here. It was great seeing you again. It's great seeing you, Libby, always. I really appreciate your all's support and friendship. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for being here and have a great night. Have a good night. All right. There we go. Harris AOC 2028, please. Right, Jacob, please. Talk about cruise control. We'll be on cruise control. You know how I feel about what should run. I mean, I think Vance is doing a great job, and I think so far, he seems fine, but Vivek is still like, I'm still cool with Vivek too. We need someone to manage the results, to manage the results that we get from these 4 years and keep pushing them forward, and without trying to make a mark for themselves and screw it up or something. Let me make up my style. You should just keep it going and just improve it and then protect it. Really protecting it's going to be the biggest thing. $5 super chat from T-Rex trucking and more. It will be AOC that Tard from Cali is bet 57 nickels on it. You'll bet 57 nickels on it? Is that what you mean? Let me give you a little bit of this one. We're gonna play them all tonight. We're playing them all. Playing them all. All right. Crockett. Who's Crockett? Davy Crockett? Jim Crockett? Jim Crockett's dead, isn't he? Newscomb? Newscomb? I think it'll be Newscomb. Boy, did you hear about the what he's trying to do in California? He's trying to lower the failing. I heard the secondhand, but that he's trying to make it so that 21 is a passing grade, and that you can, I don't know, it sounds so ridiculous that it almost sounds like it's not real, but something like tardy, you can't, have your grades marked down for being tardy so many days, and it's basically just DEI for grades. And I don't know, if he does that, he's done, he's toast. Yeah, I'm saying it'll be Gavin Newsom for president, AOC for vice president, and I will bet 57 nickels on it. Jasmine Crockett, oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, dude, please run their very worst so we can just run over them and soundbite the hell out of everything they've said that's wrong for the last, their entire career. I mean, just wrong. They suck. They suck. All right. So, let me see. Here's that. I don't know. I can't remember when I left. It's like, what was like the main thing going on? Tariffs worked out. I mean, that was strategy, right? We all saw that, don't we? Strategy. People are like, oh, that makes them, it's Democrats love taxes and tariffs. I'm like, yeah, but he just used them to get what he wanted to, right? They were just a mechanism. We're like, oh my God, everything's going to get out of control. Everything got better. And he won. He made deals. He brought the tariffs down. We were being treated unfairly, and now we're not. And it's only getting better. A lot of people dropped tariffs on us. We talked about some of that towards the end. I'm pretty sure. I gotta almost look back and see, like, where were we? I didn't put hearts on these. I hadn't looked over at the screen. I'm giving out hearts right now to all the people who donated. Let me see. Fan funding. And give a heart for you, and 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 a heart for you. T-Rex, you got a lot of hearts tonight. All right. Thank you for being the stream sponsor, by the way. Kicking ass and taking names over there. Over here. It's fun not to have to worry about things too. It's been a lot of fun. There's so much stress when you're a streamer. The reality of the situation of being a streamer is there's a lot of stress. People are like, oh, don't even worry about it. I don't even worry. Bullshit. You worry about it every day. You look at that, and you look at those analytics every day. Look at them all the time. I didn't even look at my analytics for the longest time. It's like, go ahead, YouTube, drain the subs. Go ahead. Don't push my videos. I was like, it was like freedom. It was liberating. It really was. It was a good feeling to be like, I'm okay with the way things are. I'm okay whether they go up or they go down. I'm not pushing anymore. I'm not I put a lot of pressure on myself to try to, for not just for me, but I put pressure on myself for you and for everybody I'm fighting for. That's all you and everybody else who doesn't know I'm fighting for. But to get out there to try to make a difference and to try to get the content out there for people to have. And it was very liberating to be like, things are okay the way they are, no matter what, whether it's a good one or a bad one, whether the subs go up or they go down, whether the likes are average or below or above, or whether the watch hours make it or not. It's like, it got to be where you get momentum going, and then the momentum would shift backwards, and it becomes just defeating, right? And you can't help it. You can't help it as a streamer. And so any streamer tells you that they don't care, it's either in a really good time in their channel where they don't have to, like, everything's there, they're getting subs like hand over fist for whatever reason, or they're lying to you. Because if it's not jamming for you, you're kind of like, oh, You know, that's the reality of it. And anybody who tries to say that it's not isn't being honest with you. Just like anybody who streams 10 times a week saying it'd be so easy for me to walk away. It's not. It's not. Patient zero does have the rash. Who's patient zero? All right. Who gifted you membership over on Rumble? Hold on a second. Look at you, Serene Pickle. I didn't see you over there doing all this great stuff. You've given out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've given out 5 gift memberships on Rumble. Thank you so much. I didn't even realize you had been doing that. Nobody told me, or I missed the messages or something. But that's okay. It's my responsibility to figure this out. And I did not. So let's give you something for all that awesomeness. Well, how about this one?
A big one Vietnam. It has to do. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cold. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. Gonna try to get out of anything.
Hell yeah. Thanks for being a winner. Yes, indeed. Shut some of this shit down. Am I lagging? Is that a bright light right there? What else I got here? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I got so many. How about Bitcoin, guys? You guys see Bitcoin went to max numbers there. Like it hit its all-time high. That was pretty cool, huh? I like that. I was watching that. I was watching when it happened. I was like, holy shit, it's at an all-time high. I got very meager investments in that right now, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Winning wears glasses, so we can't see his soft eyes. Like the clip. I mean, like Drex's soft eyes. You guys have seen that video I made, right? I showed that to you guys. You were there, weren't you? You've seen the soft eyes video, haven't you? It's corn. It is. Everybody see. If you haven't seen the soft eyes video, it's there. Oh, Nerd's here? Okay. Okay, I can do that for you. There you go. There's your intro. There's your intro Outpost Nerd. I don't see where he came in. It must have been a long time ago. I missed it. I don't see him. Is he on the other side or something? There we go. Thank you. Remember to listen to Whoopi. Always knows what he's talking about. He always knows he's howling at the moon. Yeah, so Bitcoin hit $111,000. I swear to God, look back. Don't ever look back on the Bitcoin chart because it's depressing. Because you're like, man, if I just known at that time, if I just known, oh man, I had some money at that time. If I just put that money, I literally had $15,000 in the bank when Bitcoin was at $15,000. It's at $111,000 now. If I just put that $15,000 into Bitcoin, of course, if you had $111,000 right now, would you? Hold on, what's it at? I think it's at like 108. Would you put $100,000 into Bitcoin right now? No. But what if it went to 200,000 tomorrow? You'd be like, God damn it, I could have done it. That's the problem with cryptos. But when it hit 111, I should have taken my meager amount and put it into US SD or whatever, the stable coin. I knew that and I forgot because that's how you can actually just maybe make a couple bucks. Because when it hits usually when it hits its all-time high, it's getting ready to drop about down. And then you can look around and be like, then I would buy back in at 107 and it went to 107. So I was like, yeah, I should have done that. This isn't financial advice. It's not aviation advice either. But Bro, I heard Bitcoin when it first came around, but I was in the 5th or 6th grade. Guess it's my fault. Yeah, it is your fault, Jacob. But you've grown up and you learn how to take responsibility for it, and that's what makes you a man. But no, I remember trying to mine Bitcoin on like a 356 or I don't know what 386, some old goddamn computer from way back in the 90s. I can't remember what we used to call those chips. Been so damn long, and who cares? We got AI now. Let's see, yep. Oh, that's how desperate things are right now. Tim Pool's doing AI videos. Like, oh my god, the AI tried to blackmail somebody. AI sort of this, AI that. We're scared. You know, it's like into MAGA question mark. It's like when Tim Pool's reaching, it's like slow news. Reach. The but yeah, there's that. There is that. Bro. Let's see. Looking how is everybody pick last 4 year spikes though? Yeah, right. You should be rolling though, dude. Rolled in it. Another gifted membership on Rumble. Oh, from Jacob Castro. Thank you, Jacob Castro. Gifted memberships over on Rumble. 21 watching. Awesome people over there. Hell yeah. What is up over there? Hey, all right. Thank you guys so much. How did I get down? I was at 690 and now I'm down to 688 over there. I guess I don't know. It's kind of but you know the thing about Rumble though is you don't really lose people too much. It's more like those guys that come along and want to help you with your channel. They'll leave you a comment and subscribe to you. They just get their accounts taken away. That's how you lose them on Rumble. Let's think. Okay, T-Rex comes sliding in here sideways with another super chat, guys. He is blazing a trail tonight. Let's see. T-Rex, you're doing so good. Let me make sure you get another one that hasn't been played. Doesn't get played a lot. Doesn't get played a lot at all because it is actually the $50 super chat. The one I played for you when you put the $50 in was the $100 one. This is the $50 one. I'm sure you're rounding the corner there. And I realized too that we ladies, there's a lot of ladies out there, and I don't want to leave you out.
Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your super chat.
All right, yeah. T-Rex trucking in more $5. The FNVO3 thing from Google, the video generation is actually a little scary and is about to change a lot of stuff. People keep saying that. You do have to pay. You do have to pay on that one. The VO's not bad. It's getting better. Everything's getting better. But it still needs you. It still needs you to be great. It still needs you to be great. And I'm talking about you, particularly T-Rex. Running reality. If this is the catch up current events portion, have you seen the Buffalo public school story that broke about a month ago? No. When I said I kind of checked out of politics, I barely kind of, like I'll go to the good ones like Greg Foreman, Black Conservative Perspective. Like I'm scrolling past the Grifties for the most part, and so I haven't seen it. Tatum, I haven't seen a lot of stuff because I'm not, I keep up with it a little bit. Enough to stay relevant and all that, but I didn't catch any of that at all. I didn't catch any of that. Any kind of like really kind of outlier stories. I'm not hip on right now. I can catch up really quick. Just like, if I'm burnt out, I need to take a break to get refreshed. I can't do burning out things while I'm trying to get a refresh. So, the total disconnect from the most part was okay. Also little bitches. All right. Tell me about it though. Tell me about it, Jacob Peach. God damn it. People have building AI say it's going to be worse than an A-bomb, so they can get warmongers hot in their pants and willing to give them tons of investment money to keep on the next civ leveling. Um, you know, yeah, I saw this very interesting concept this guy put out, and he made a lot of sense of AI expert, one of the foundational guys, right? He says that large language models aren't going to have the capacity to be to handle AGI, and that a lot of the hype we're hearing is just hype about all that stuff. But like we're not close because we haven't gone to the next level. He's working on the next level, which is more like the way the brain works. And while large language models and generative AI give us a definitely give us a window into how the brain works, thought processes put together, and so on. Um, this next level of stimulation is called simulated. Basically, it creates a simulation of what it's trying to figure out, and reasons through that. That's going to be like those will replace the large language models. Large language models will be used for communication purposes, like the communication center of your brain. But there's this other aspect that needs to be done in order to reach the where they think they're going. So when you hear like people who don't really get it, but try to be like I guess lay person AI, like on talking about why AI on their podcasts and whatnot. They kind of don't know the nitty gritty of it in that terms. Well, I heard from this, I heard from that. Well, you heard it. So I don't disagree that you heard it. But this guy makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I saved it or not, but I'll have to look into it. I'll put it in Discord or something if I find it. But yeah, it's what he said was the reasoning part of it. And a large language model just isn't made for that, and that this other way is more closely how it would really work. And we're not even close to getting to that point yet. So take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. And just enjoy all your tools because that's all we got right now. What did you say here, T-Rex? Oh, yeah. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. We haven't seen that in a while. Hope I still have it. I should still have it. Yep. Hold on. Is this it?
Hey there, where you going? Not exactly knowing. Who says you have to call just one place? Oh, he's going everywhere. DJ McKay and his best friend there. He just keeps on moving, ladies keep improving. Every day is better than the next.
New dreams and better scenes. And best of all, I don't pay property tax. Rolling down to Dallas, my wheels provide my palace. And off to New Orleans, or who knows where. Places new and ladies too. I'm BJ McKay, and this is my best friend there.
It's always great, isn't it? It's always great. Always brings a smile to everyone's faces, doesn't it? You can't beat it. You can't beat it with the stick. Right? You can't beat it with a stick. All right. Well, can I find the secret spot where my face doesn't change colors? Sorry. I could, maybe. So is that better? All right, we'll try that. We'll try this for a while. Maybe this is the problem. Oh, wait, I know what the problem is. God bless America. This should be better. All right, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it's the challenge, right? It's the challenge. And I am just an idea floating in outer space. So the lighting can't be too perfect. It's like, let's see here. Let's try that. Okay. better. All right, yeah, that was the intro to 18 wheeling across America. There's a few of those streams out there that me and T-Rex used to do. Lots of fun. Um, and there's a new version of that song. It's like hey there, T-Rex trucking. Who the hell you fucking? Better not be a whole bag. Blue balls and traffic laws.
And best of all, I don't pay property tax.
See, that's the new one. We'll get in this. We'll have to go in the studio and record that together soon. Yeah, thank you so much, T-Rex. Good idea. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. They just keep rolling in. They keep rolling in, so let's just keep rolling them out. It is like Christmas tonight. I'm getting lots of Christmas love from T-Rex. T-Rex, another $5 super chat, owning the stream, not just sponsoring it, but owning it. The Buffalo school district thing is kind of crazy. It's worth looking into. It's being brought to light by Angry Cops, the YouTuber. Angry Cops, the YouTuber. School story is nuts. People should take their kids out of school there. What are they doing? Good Lord. Hold on. Who brought this up? Jacob Peets. Who brought this up? Yeah, he's doing that. I watched one today, and he had this guy on who was like, "Oh no, we can teleport. We got teleport. We're quantum entanglement teleporting. We got that. We got it. You know, these orbs are. You know, somebody found this guy has this orb, right? And they said they looked in it and it has a bunch of little things inside of it. He's got one. It's some kind of metal thing, right? But it's not moving. He got it. They said they shocked it with electricity and it came on down. It has a big seam in the middle of it too. But it's funny because I watched this video. I think the last part of it is like low key debunking all of Greer's stuff, but Greer is getting a lot of his stuff from this, but then adding to it. So this guy was on there going, "No, I've been trying to tell people, like, you know, we have the technology. It's quantum entanglement. It's like they're doing it like this. It's not aliens. It's our military industrial complex doing it. They've had the technology. The reason we're not competing against Elon is because they can't. It's a national security issue. That's why Elon's running away with it right now, they say." This is this guy's take. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it's the one he just did today. Hold on. Just gonna find it. Hey, Vinyl Pill. What's up? Thank you for the $10 super chat. I just saw that come in. Let me get you a clip here in a second. Where's my history? There it is. Okay. I want to see okay, here it is. UFO captured, chilling warning issued by a Booga Spear. That's what it is. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Why not? Let's look at a video. Why not? We'll talk about it. I'll just mention it, but hey, I got to do this first. This is important. Booga Spear coming up next. Okay, there it is. Let's just do it like this. And thank you for the super chat. And just in case, let's sing about it. Vinyl Pill, Wisconsin. Hopefully you like that clip. I don't know what your favorites is, but if you have a favorite, you can tell me whether it's male, female at the beach, or nicely done. Okay, cool. Okay, we're good. All right, I needed to hear. All right, nicely done. Yeah. Okay, cool. I like it. Oh man, Vinyl Pill to Wisconsin. Do you create? I gotta check it out. I think I've seen it before. I can't remember though. Let me see. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Good for this. There we go. Let's go over to your channel. Go to channel. Oh, wait, you got okay, yes. SOS band. Oh yeah. I can hear the needle. Come on, baby. You can do it. Take your time. Do it right. You can do it. If it wasn't if it wasn't copyrighted, I would play it. You get copyrights on these? Better be subscribed. There we go. Subscribed, liked, make sure everything was all straight. Um, do you get copyrighted on those if you're playing vinyl? Is it transformative enough for YouTube? Yeah, I run it right from the preamp, no background noise. Oh, cool. Winning, I'd rather than shifting through chat for my 4 or 5 part breakdown. Would you like me to DM you a synopsis? Sure. Yeah. I hold on. One specific case. Wait, how many times did you do it here? It broke to the unsubscribed podcast. Okay. Is it the first one? It also bites. Real flashbang for their normal comedy content. Richard High, Angry Cops on YouTube, is a Buffalo PD detective and broke the school. The schools are covering up child SA and abuse. One specific case AC investigated was an attempt to kidnapping of 2 students. One of them parents was never informed, and the school was never placed on lockdown. Also, they alleged deleted surveillance footage that Buffalo PD now only has due to someone recording the CCTV on their phone. Good move. Wow. That is a fight worth fighting every day. We got a lot of work to do. The groomers and the abusers, they're deep state too, man. They're deep state in our schools and in our society. They're deep society. They're deeply embedded in school boards. Got to get rid of them. You guys got work to do. We all got work to do. We don't need a government for these things. These things are in our hand, and they can help out once we unveil the truth to them. Once we call it out, right? We reach out for help and go to the right people and get the noise going, get the light on it. That's when we can do it. That's when we can do it. But we have to take the first steps. We can't expect them to find it. Anything, be part of it, make it happen. Okay, I think I got it right. Anything else? Yeah. I'm glad we're sunsetting federal education. Hey, what's up, Donna Marie B 33.3? What's up? I like the way your name rhymes. You dropped a bomb on me, baby. That's right. That is right. We have to, we still have to make the changes, man. I'm glad someone was smart enough to record the stuff and not rely on the authorities to get the job done. That's what it takes. Where we at? Coming up on almost 2 hours here. They were just chit chatting, having a good time, man. I'm glad people are here and interested and wanted to come hang out. I'm glad to see the people that I'm seeing here tonight too. Still a few more I wish would drop by. I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen Crown Target in a while. I haven't seen who's the other guy? Oh yeah, that other guy, that other dude. I'd see Nacho Kitty drop by. That'd be cool to see Nacho Kitty. Memento Mori. That's what I'm thinking of. The other guy. AKA the other guy. Good to see them too. I don't know if they got news I was around. That's what happens when you drop off the radar sometimes. For a little bit. Little vacation. But what's the future going to hold for us, guys? Don't think I ever stop thinking about it, because that's just impossible. But I don't know that any of these shows you have been accustomed to me performing or putting on are coming back anytime soon. I think I've pretty much been over it, but let's take a look at this video. We'll do something. Like I can't let go of you guys. We got to still hang out. So now that I got this off my chest and you kind of have the expectations of where I'm at and what I'm doing, I think it'll be easier to find things to hang out, right? I set expectations really high in terms of my output, what you guys would expect from me on a weekly basis, and I feel like I had to live up to that schedule and live up to all of it. And the vacation gave me time for clarity, which I always wish for everybody. And in that clarity, I got back to what's real, what matters, where we're at now, what needs to be done, and what we should do going forward. But hey, you know what? There's always time to laugh at UFO stuff. So, anyways, there you go. There it is on screen. You see that nice seam in the middle, that weld or whatever? It looks like it's been screwed together. Now they don't. Tim doesn't even know if this has been, if this is real. He doesn't even. He hasn't looked into it, but he thinks it's okay to talk about grifty shit because if we don't, then we would just never know if it was real or not, which is total bullshit. What a bad take. Really bad take, because the idea is that you don't have to go talk about it right away. You research it, you look into the people who are putting it out, you pre-bunk it, right? And then you know whether it's worth bringing to people's attention and platforming bad ideas and bad takes. But he has to make money on his show, so that's his premise. It's like, so we don't agree on this, though I still like Tim. We don't agree on this, but look at this. Let's look at this real quick. Let's make sure we are on winning speed here, and let's take a look.
The Daily Mail. Scientist delivers ominous message to humanity after UFO covered in strange writing is found.
UFO covered in strange writing is found. Like, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Why in the world? I'm gonna turn this off for a minute. Why in the world would a UFO have strange writing on it? Like, how about we just write it? Dude, if this is such a great UFO, how come it can't do like R2D2 and just projected hologram? Hello, greeting people of Earth, and translate. They got AI, don't they? They can't translate. Dude, alien race goes send a ball here, full of writing. And they hadn't even take time to learn the language yet. All you got to do is tap into our television or any computer, download Duolingo or the alphabet, and figure out how to fuck to talk before you come sending silver balls at us. I mean, what the hell, right? What the hell?
I saw this, and it's this like metal sphere. I wonder if I can play the video.
Jueves 1 de mayo del 2025.
It's not even it's not even an American. They can't. It's not even an American. Hold on. Okay, let's translate.
El señor José Luis Velázquez, especialista.
Okay, it's all Spanish. I'm not gonna.
Well, it's translated on screen anyways. Performed a series of
tests on what's called the Bugha sphere.
The Bugha sphere,
which fell to Earth after receiving a 10,000 volt charge. The images obtained yielded surprising results. Inside, you can see a dense layer surrounding the white out.
Look at that dense layer surrounding the outside. What are we looking at here? What is this? This is supposedly inside of it. Yeah, that looks like some real technical shit, doesn't it? That's some technical stuff. And what are these little they're making baby spears? Is that where they come from? Is that where baby spears come from? It looks like a omelet gone bad. The milk gone sour. Looks like the milk gone sour in that titty. That's what it looks like. Drug smuggling. Right? Look, now is the perfect time to troll everybody in the world with UFO shit. It really is. Like if I was sitting around in Russia or some other place that didn't like the US, China, I was like, let's fuck with them. Let's put a giant ball together, write a bunch of bullshit on it, and drop it on them. That's all we'll talk about. Swear to God.
Outline.
I'll bet you 1,000 yen. Okay, let's do it. Look at that. Is that it? Oh, it's pretty. Look at those pretty objects. Look, it's got a pyramid with an eye on it. How about that? Tim's not sure if it's real or not. Well, it could be real. Yeah, I'm sure this is real. I'm sure this could be real. It could be. Here, you guys see that's good? Let me get out of the goddamn way. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Of course it's real. It's got pyramids and moons on it. Of course it's real. Could be. We have to talk about it, or we might not know what's real when something real happens. What if Jesus came back? That's what he says later on in the thing. He goes, what if Jesus came back? Would anybody believe him? We have to talk about it. We have to give it some consideration. He literally is saying you have to give Griff's consideration because you might not recognize Jesus when he comes back. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful logic here. Let's go. Let's continue.
It's an image. It's got strange symbols on it. I don't know.
Strange symbol. That's strange. That's a pyramid. That's a moon. Not that strange. And this blob. Let's keep this thing in mind that we're looking at right here. When you look at the scanned radar image, okay? Let's keep this in mind. I think I'm starting to see a connection here.
It needs to have those strange symbols on it. Interestingly, there's been a viral video going on for some time that many
look how nice and smooth and seamed that is. I'd be cracking that bitch up so fast. I mean, just give me a chisel and a hammer.
claim is debunked, showing orbs circling an airplane. Now we have this story from Colombia of a so-called UFO in the town of Buga, zigzagging through the sky. They say it was struck by powerful energy, fell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's exact or not.
From Colombia of a so-called UFO in the town of Buga.
Yeah.
Buga, zigzagging through the sky.
At Grok, what is this?
They say it was struck by powerful energy.
I mean, it's kind of in the same formation as those marks that were on the outside. I wouldn't say it's exactly. But what is just saw the fucking thing in half. Saw it in half.
And this is what we got. Interesting.
It's just
Scientists
plastic or rubber
have been
beach
analyzing
ball.
it, and it's got 3 layers of metal-like material and 18
That's a bold statement for
microspheres
someone who
surrounding a
doesn't
central
believe in his
nucleus.
own words.
They are
Jesus
calling
was
a
the
chip.
Son of God. Yeah, I know.
Now, I'm not sure if aliens exist. We had Eric
You sure? You're not sure? He's not sure.
Burleson, the rep, on several times a couple times in the past couple of weeks, as he discussed his hearings on UFOs. I'm a skeptic. Aliens could be hiding from us, perhaps. I mean, do geese understand what we are? They can see us. I don't know. Do ants?
And everything you say here is on the premise that the aliens have actually visited the Earth. That's what people don't. I mean, that's what I talk about this all the time. That's what people don't realize when they start talking about the alien stuff. They're automatically assuming they've been here, right? So that's the thing. When you have zero evidence proof that they have or ever existed. Now, the way they're getting around the whole like entering Earth's atmosphere in a UFO is saying that they're trans-dimensional. The trans-dimensional. You can't say trans anymore without, invoking the wrong thoughts, but they're trans-dimensional. So they get around it by using, they sneak in, right? So that's why Elon can't see them. It's because they sneak in, or they're from the time traveling.
Ants? Maybe they're aliens that they have the technology that we can't see them. Maybe they can.
See, he's just making excuses now. It's sad. Yeah. I almost kept the stream at 1080. Usually at 720 works better for like streaming videos across. So it doesn't freeze up on you guys on the other side. But anyways.
Move interdimensionally? Who knows? I'll tell you what I think is more likely. In this article from some time ago, U.S. government announces it has achieved ability to manipulate space and time with
this. I'm already back to doing what I used to do. MJ, thank you for being here. I saw that let me just put this back on screen so I don't miss anybody. Thank you for being here, MJ. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you coming and hanging out on this very special stream. All right. So, look, man, I'm game for Imperium of Man as much as this next guy, but a shiny ball that allegedly came from space ain't going to do it for me. No. Right. But hey, let's put a video out about it instead. Well, I don't know, but I'm making an assumption and I do. And by the end of the video, he's pretty convinced that, look, it's just like, this guy right here, right now, what he's saying is that from this soundbite, now you guys tell me what you think he's saying, all right? But he's saying the U.S. government announces he's achieved the ability to manipulate space and time, new technology. Now, is this what this guy is saying, or is he using a metaphor? You be the judge.
New technology.
I'm just asking questions.
That's where things got interesting. Let me play this clip.
The well-intentioned regulatory regime of the 1970s became an ever-tightening ratchet, first hampering America's ability to become a net energy exporter and then making it harder and harder to build. We seem to have lost focus and vision, to have lowered our sights and let systems and structures and bureaucracies muddle us along.
Mm-hmm.
But we are capable of so much more.
What's that?
Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space.
That's what he's going off of. Analogy or confession? analogy, or it's time to play analogy or confession, y'all. Put your answers in the chat. Analogy or confession. Analogy or confession. Remember, we're talking about very serious stuff here, so be careful in case
Zebra alert. Zebra alert. Zebra alert. Zebra alert. Zebra alert. Zebra alert. Kill everyone in there. 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 Zebra alert. Kill everyone in there.
Mission accomplished.
Yep, there we go. Now, the zebra alert is in the house. Oh, yeah, I got to put that there for a minute. There we go. Yep, zebra alert. Hello, Moscow. It's a zebra alert. They're finding these giant silver balls and they're calling them Google spirits. Did you guys send these over here? What are you snickering about? What? I'm not going to put them in my mouth. No. What the hell? You guys are always trolling us with this shit, aren't you? This is the whole thing is you guys are always trolling us and waiting for us to call with a zebra alert and seeing how many of our own soldiers will shoot down for not having their zebra badge on. I knew it. All right, I'm out of here. Zebra alert off. Zebra alert off. Okay, we're done. No more zebra alert. God, those guys they're just a bunch of trolls. That's all they're doing. They're trolling us, right? Isn't this kind of like a troll thing to do? Right? I mean, there's Russians, right? The Wolfie is jacked. Yes, exactly. They're just fucking with me. I call them up. I'm being serious. I'm following procedure. God damn it, following procedure has been laid out by the expert at everything. Dr. Stephen Greer laid out the correct procedures. I'm just following them. Zebra alerts and full code zebra alerts. Not really called that in real life, but in his little fantasy world, they're called that. But anyways, yeah. So what do you guys think? Was this guy using an analogy? He's confessing to an analogy. Okay. I forgot how much I missed that. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think he's like, it's here.
It deals so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space.
But you know what, that can mean a lot of things. This is like the time that they take so many people out of context, right? Oh my God, he let it slip. Then he gave the Illuminati eye sign, Come on, dude. Someone's like, that'll be in videos forever. See, this is when he confessed. And he's like, man, I just was trying to make an analogy about time is how we just have come so far so fast. That's all I'm trying to say. This guy for the rest of his life is going to be the time and space guy. The guy who confessed to us manipulating time and space and God damn it, he's the one who blew it. He kept that shit a secret. And then he gets up there running his fucking mouth at the Building a Strong America fucking club. And yeah, he blew it. Fuck Mr. Big Mouth over here, telling everybody about the space-time technology. Goddamn, Tim Pool turned it into a 30-minute video.
They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow.
Just because he
improve
brought on this
productivity.
guy.
Very, very interesting.
Very interesting. I think I've caught him now. Haha, I think I'll make a video.
So let's dive into this. I'm going to bring in our guest now, Ashton Forbes, who's generated a lot of attention.
There you go, Donna. See, Donna Marie B333, making all the sense in the world because you do manipulate time and space with every decision you make. Yeah. You can manipulate time and space in a lot of ways. It's like, we're manipulating time and space. We're just flying through with our AI technology. We're working faster than ever. We're literally manipulating time and space. No, No, we're talking about secret orbs that are doing that. God damn it! Don't let Big Mouth let the cat out of the bag at the build a better America rally. God damn it!
About these issues. I believe we have this loading up now. Usually takes a quick second, but bear with me. And Ashton, can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going, Tim?
It's Ashton.
How's it going?
I wanted you guys to see his face. Now, where's Waldo? He's right there. Okay.
How's it going, man? It's going.
He's just
orbs
changed
I see
clothes.
floating, behind you on that wall. So, have you seen the story coming out of Colombia of the Bugha sphere?
Yeah, I've seen it. A lot of people ask me about it. They ask me, is that the thing inside of those orbs spinning around the plane? And I tell people, I don't think so, but I don't really know.
But this dude isn't like all like about this is the alien shit. Like he's low key debunking Greer, and Greer is low key being called out at the end of this. Not low key as in they don't bring him up at all, but they do mention things he talks about, and they're literally saying, no, this is the military industrial complex. It's not some rogue group underground in a fucking base, right? He's literally saying that it's them. They're using quantum entanglement, which is another thing Greer's brought up, right? Because they understand that if they do something to this particle here and it's entangled with this particle over here, then this will do the same thing this one's doing. And that's how you can. And they go into a discussion about how this is going to be beneficial when we go to like Mars, right? For communications, if they can use this quantum entanglement, they can have communications be instant, right? Instant, real time from Mars to Earth. And that the reason why they keep it under wrapped is because what it takes to make this, I guess, it could disrupt things. They're talking also about the free energy thing too. And they're saying that in the free energy thing that literally these plasma orbs can use air as a means and convert air by manipulating, like basically being clever with physics. They can take the energy from the air to power itself, but they have to be in motion. So that's kind of where he's saying this stuff's real. We know about it. We don't have it perfected. But people like Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works, and others are working on it in secret, because if it was to get out, it would be a big mess, because it is a form of quote unquote free energy, not free energy as in it's just you can grab it all around you kind of shit and it's gonna be in your house. But this mechanism, this way of building, of taking advantage of physics in a way, is how it's able to do that. So that's interesting. And if you want to use the drones as cover for testing plasma orbs that can use a physics trick to generate its own energy from motion. Okay, we can talk about that. But I can't. Hey, Lex, what's up? You were on the list of people wanting to see tonight too. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? I think this is interesting enough to watch. You guys into it? I mean, we could talk about it as we go. I kind of just gave you the summary, but he does come out at the end here and talk about. He gives a big nod to the electric universe theory too at the end, like, which is another thing. It just goes round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. He's saying that electricity, like Tesla's right, electricity is the thing, right? And everything's got a electric charge is stacked between it, and that the reason why the Earth doesn't fall into to Jupiter is because we're in a medium. Like the space is not. There's no dark matter. He's saying the space is a medium. It's literally like, what they say. If you ask a fish about his world, the last thing he'll tell you about is the water, right? So like the last thing we talk about here is the oxygen, right? Oh, the oxygen. To start with talking about, well, we're all surrounded by oxygen gas. We're all living in a world of gases, right? That's not weird. Nobody starts describing the world by saying, well, first of all, we're surrounded by gas, and that's what we breathe. And then from there, we have the atmosphere. Now they're like, well, this lands of mountains and seas, and we got people around us. The fish ain't talking about the water. We're not talking about the air. And so the planets aren't talking about the plasma or whatever the electric soup they're swimming in. He's saying that we're basically, their gravity is involved, but the medium of space itself keeps us in place. So it's a nod to the electric universe theory in a way, if you know what that is. I never really went into, oh my God, I'm going to scare the hell out of people if I do that. I never really went into the electric universe theory because I didn't think we really needed to talk about it. But it is one of those theories, kind of like It's like if flat earthers had a brain, they'd be they would be like, you know, with the electric universe theory. Electric universe theory talks about how like the planets used to be like a lot closer. So that's where the ancients got their ideas for gods, because you could literally look up and see that all the planets were very close. And as the magnetic charge kind of pushed them out, like they collided or something, and they all moved. So that's kind of like the idea. It's an interesting thing, but it's still debunkable. But you have to be smart to debunk it. It's not one of those easily debunkable things, right? And you have to be really, you know, really into the gravity as the thing, right? You have to be really into the theory of relativity and all other shit. You have to be like, okay, there's no denying this stuff. Hang on a second. I feel like I'm getting dogged out here. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, okay. I see the problem. Hang on a second. I'm going to switch up here. And I didn't even realize I was on the wrong thing. Hang tight. Am I back yet? Okay. This should give me better reception. If not, I'll do something different. Sorry for that interruption, y'all. Trying to keep it real. Thank you guys over there on Rumble who make it happen. Remember, you guys are the reason people see us with your thumbing up of things and stuff. Yeah, 8888. Thank you guys for the 11 over there. And keeping us strong. All right. So yeah, so that's basically the electric universe theory. It's worth talking about and looking into. But you know, like the scar across Mars, that big trench, right? They say that the electric universe theory would say that that was from a collision of not an electric discharge from another planet that was close by. That they repelled each other, and that created that trench across Mars. They'd also say that the reason why people knew what planets looked like, and they had names for them, and they were fighting the sky with electricity, right? That's where they got the idea for gods from. That's how they named them. That's how they gave them their deals, you know, all that stuff. It's a good listen. Thunderbolts, I think it's called thunderbolts.com or something like that, is the electric universe thing. But it's like they make more sense than the flat earthers do by a fucking long shot. So it's definitely worth listening to. And I always felt that the truth was somewhere in the middle, you know? And I did like the idea that the planets were closer at a certain time, even though it probably wasn't true. But that would be a great visual, right? To imagine looking up and seeing, like, you know, giant Jupiter and giant Saturn and, you know, and Mars and Venus all so close, like just filling the night sky at different times. And here they come. Whoa, these giant monster planets, like just right off the horizon. That looks so cool. Like sci-fi movie kind of stuff. The cosmic medium. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, he feels like that this is where Waldo comes from. And he gets into like things about and the flight that disappeared, the Malaysia flight, that it was China. He says it's China that did it. Or China was trying to do something, and the United States teleported the ship with orbs, and that there was one orb in one place and three in another, and so the three were entangled with the one, and that's where they teleported the ship to. I don't know. Again, like I said, like I hesitate to play the whole thing because I don't feel like it's worth our time. But anyways, interesting stuff. But you can see the title: UFO captured, chilling warning issued of Buga Sphere. Let's hear.
No, because I can't tell what's inside the orbs.
Right. So this is interesting because you've been tracking, you've had this video that you've been analyzing for some time. You've been putting out information that you believe this is the video that we're getting is some kind of government's, what is it, infrared technology for video or something? You want to explain that?
Yeah, so I've been exposing the MH370 videos. I don't know if you can share what I show here. I'll show the screen, but these MH370 videos, the biggest revelation that has come along recently is that this is Gorgon Stare, Air Force's Gorgon Stare technology one of these videos that people think is fake. They think it's, I don't know, whatever, Unreal Engine, Arma 3, Call of Duty, or whatever. It's not any of those things. Those MH370 videos are real leaked military footage. The big revelation was finding out is Gorgon.
Where's your proof? Take my word.
Their wide area motion imagery.
Just take my word.
That's why we see the video move around, and that's why we're seeing it in a low.
That's a terrible reason.
Frame rate. That's why we see the coordinates in the bottom left update in a higher frame rate. than what we see the actual background move around in. And I had multiple sources confirm.
Anybody? How can you have multiple frame rates on one video? The video itself is set at a frame rate. So what are you talking about? Hold on. You say there's an overlay? That would be an indication that it's been rigged or messed with, wouldn't it? It seems like he's saying that that's a good thing. Multiple frame rates on the same video. You mean it's moving faster? Yeah. See, this is like why Tim doesn't catch this. I don't know, but I'd be like, hold on, explain that. Help our audience understand.
Confirms me that the video is actually Gorgon Stare. So anyone that doesn't think so, I mean, the simple to confirm it, all you have to do is just talk to somebody in the Air Force and they can confirm that that's legitimate.
Anybody here in the Air Force? Do we have anybody here from the Air Force? Where's my insider? Where's the insider? Our inside buddy at the Space Force. He never comes around because he doesn't want to lose his job, I guess. But is anybody here from the Air Force? Can anybody make a phone call to the Air Force real quick and ask them about this? It sounds like splicing and rigging. I mean, while just as many planes and there's such disappearance, whereas a triangle, it's not reported. This triangle is just it's kind of like I've watched stuff on that. It's kind of a grift. You know, one of those great, it is a grift. But the funny part about it is like the disappearing airlines that come back, like the airplane takes off and it never came back. All those stories were debunked as being debunked as being false. Like the reports all came from the same paper, the same dude. Like, and people just bought it for like decades. Oh my God, the Bermuda. I used to be scared of the Bermuda Triangle. I was like, oh my God, what's going on there? When I was a kid. Like, oh God, it's like, I don't want to ever have to fly to the Bermuda Triangle. You know, I remember that. But it turns out all those stories about planes suddenly showing up from the past were just fucking bullshit, just to sell papers. Original grifty going on there.
So this is a video of this is research you've had going back to MH370. Were you doing this research before those videos came out?
No, that was just something that when I saw those videos, saw that they seemed to be authentic. I dug into it, researched it. That's when you invited me back on.
Saw that they seemed to be authentic. Boy, that's a good idea. I thought they might be real, so I dedicated my life to it.
On the show back in
I didn't make sure.
2024.
So
and the reason why I wanted to talk to you is that you had said that you had a source that told you that we have faster than light communication.
Yep.
And if those videos were real, which now I know for sure.
He's got a source, man. Dude, everybody burn your DOD, your intelligence. Everybody burn your sources that are coming out of the fucking Pentagon or any just burn them. Just burn them, dude. They're not gonna, dude, they'll tell you anything, especially if you've got a reach of millions of people and you're on the air constantly filling people's heads with shit. You're prime target #1, and you may think you got it going on, but you're busy, right? You can't cover all your bases, and it shows right here on this interview. They can't cover all their bases. They're prime targets. Burn your inside guy. Burn them like this. I'm saying, don't use them. Don't rely on that guy because he'll tell you whatever the thing is to tell you. If you think that because you're friends and he's your inside source and likes your show and, you know, he came up to you and told you so, that he won't fill your head full of shit that he wants you to believe, you need to get out of the business, man. Just get away. I mean, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're supposed to do. You know, and if they work for him or they're working for him, you got to expect that. That's why I wouldn't give fucking J. Michael Waller my name. He couldn't find it. He didn't know who I was. He wouldn't come on the show. Literally, Shelly, I'm just telling you guys, Shelly tracked him down and got on Shelly talked to him. He wouldn't talk to me though. I mean, he didn't, I'm sure he was like, he looked at my channel and said, oh yeah, this guy's doing a lot. I'd love to help him out. And then when he asked for my name, I was like, no. He's like, okay, well, forget it. All right. It's like, you think I'm going to tell a fucking guy that's probably got people inside of his goddamn emails or inside of his communications who I am? You know, it's why. So that could be held over my head, knowing what, you know, how to get to me. You can find out if you really wanted to, just go for it. But, you know, don't expect me to come confessing to you and give you that shit so you can blurt it out on air when I interview you. I've been promoting your book. I've read your book. I've been promoting your work. I think you're amazing. But, you know, if you can't respect my privacy and my will to be safe, Why, and you can't find it yourself, CIA guy, then screw you, man. I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, I'm just saying that screw the opportunity. I'll be fine without you. I would love to have you though, but I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna sell out. And then what happened right after that? A bunch of people got swatted. A bunch of creators started getting swatted by Marxists. I'm like, you're like the number one guy fighting Marxist people. You're literally writing the book on what they're doing and how important it is for us to resist and stop Marxism in general. And you want me to give you my real name, and you're some boomer that can't even find out who I am. You don't think someone's in your DMs, in your emails, and I have no guarantee for security with you, right? But you can't come on my show unless I give you everything. Okay, Gary Franchi came on, Jan Irvin came on, a lot of people came on my show without having to know my life's history and do a background check on me, So anyways, I don't know why I got on that tangent, but I'm just saying that do your research, man. I guess. What was my point? I started going off on that and I didn't stop. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, Shelly's doing great. If it may take a second to tell you that she hasn't been on too, and I was supposed to talk about her as well. And I got lost in thought and excitement. In 5 minutes, he told her Shelly his life story. Shelly had a great conversation with him. He likes Shelly. I told him to call him back. Tell him I'm a good guy. God damn it. Hey, I bought 5 of his books. I got 1, 2, 3. What about 3? How about 3 of his book, or 3 or 4 of his books? And I encourage other people to buy his books. I got MLS to read his book. I mean, I hooked him up, and he was like, "No, I just need to have your name, man, for my own safety." I'm like, whatever, dude. And the thing about it is that he says, "I just need to know who you are," and then he ghosted me. He's like, it wasn't like we went back and forth. He's just like, "Okay, you're not going to give it to me. All right, later," and that was it. I tried for like weeks to get him to respond to me. I mean, I wasn't bugging him, but I was more like, "Oh, hey, I know you're busy, but I just wondering if we can arrange that interview now," and nope. So maybe you guys, if you guys want me to have him on, maybe you guys, Shelly, give his phone number to everybody here. Call him up day in and day out and tell him to go on Winning Reality. He has to. Tell him all the nice things I've said about him and all the people I've turned on to his work and got to buy his book. We'll just publish his phone number and send him text messages. All right. It'll be good for him. And just know the people love him. I told him, I was like, you're going to have a warm audience if you come on the show. They're going to love you. You're going to be like a hit, but nope. All right. I don't know why I got up on that tangent. Maybe it's about doing your homework before you, I don't know. Could someone remind me why I got off on that tangent? Because wherever I left off is what I want to get back to right now. I have inside sources. Thank you. I have inside sources that confirm that aliens are working in tandem with the government to fill our heads full of BS and steal our money. Believe that. Thank you, Donna Marie B333, because you put me back on track. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was. It's about that, man. Your inside sources. These guys, your inside sources that's the person you probably need to keep an eye on. I mean, that's what Gary Franchi loved. God bless Gary Franchi, and I love Gary, but he was determined that those drones were sniffing for nukes because his DOD guy told him so. I'm like, that they're telling everybody that shit, and none of it's working out. I was like, look what the government goes and does. After you go out there and say all that, they go to try to pass a bill in Congress to get more funding to send to somebody. It's probably going to launder it back to them in some fucking way. Oh, well, yeah, my good old partner, the good old radar company. We want to get these in all the airports and everywhere. That way, and then Rand Paul's like, whoa. You're trying to be able to collect data from people that are nearby and them not know about it. And this is more data collection. He's like, no, we're putting the brakes on this thing. Was it called Pigeon or something? It was called something like that. Pigeon, the Pigeon technology, Pigeon radar. It's supposed to detect. It was made to detect birds at airports and keep planes from running into birds. And they're going to use it for drones. And basically, good old Chuck Schumer, I'm here for the rescue. This is a drone. He's there and he is going to protect us by helping his buddy get a government contract, right? And then he's going to get a little bit of that kickback money, right? And that's going to help. That's going to help us, help them. But yeah, the military industrial complex is the one, and I'm talking about Lockheed, Lockheed Skunk Works and Boeing and all these other people that are locked in with government contracts that make weapons, right? Vehicles or otherwise. They're the ones who have always benefited from the alien UFO grift. Always. That's where the money is. Follow the money. They benefit from it because they can test things out in the open and then have a bunch of people like Stephen Greer and other people who are half-assing shit or making it up, flat out making it up, cover for them, right? And we're never going to be like, I wonder what technology these guys are doing. Let's go check out. Somebody go get down inside of one of these companies, right? And then spill it. Oh man, that's national security now. That's national security. So yeah, of course they're going to back it up. Of course they're going to let it fly. Of course they're going to be like, well, we can't, government knows everything. What they know is they're working on weapons and working on technology they don't want our enemies to know about. And that's probably a good thing. Right. I mean, when you saw the stealth bomber, you're like, God damn it. They should have told me about this 20 years ago. Why didn't I know? But would your life have been better if you known about the stealth bomber 20 years ago? Right. No. Oh, they're keeping free energy from us. You realize that the one good point they make in this video is like what would happen if free energy suddenly took over? Like what the mayhem it would cause. Like, yeah, it's a great idea, but we need to kind of like walk it in because we are literally a society that's been built on oil and gas and those kind of things. And if we were just to turn that off in one day, the economic back spin on that could be. It could be something that most of us can't fathom. I can't fathom it myself. I'm not a big financial guy. I wish I was. I'd be a lot richer. But I can logically put it together. I can logically see like the chain of events that might spill out because all of a sudden giant industries are just, not able to fund themselves, like the work, the economic collapse that would fall from, people not needing to be at work anymore. We're not needing this power or all the infrastructure that's built around this stuff. And, can you imagine how many jobs and how much money would be lost if this overnight we had free energy? We're going to unleash free energy for everybody. It was 0 point energy, right? Stephen Greer, right? That's his big dream is to break the fucking world. But we're not ready for it. We have to walk into it. So maybe the reason, if they do have what he's talking about, maybe the reason why they don't unleash it isn't because they're being greedy or isn't because they're they're out to get us. It's because we'll literally shoot ourselves in the head if we or in the foot, I guess, if we do that, like to a point where we wouldn't even be able to recover for a long time. They could literally I can't fathom it. Yeah, I came up with fathom in it, right? But somebody else can. And I think free energy cannot exist. Fundamentally, economic consequences need not apply. Yeah. Well, even they say that the 0 point energy thing, you're still creating it from somewhere. It's not like it's free, or you still need something to create it. So we'll see. Help us, help them, help you. Yes. Let's be real. We all know pigeons aren't real yet. Don't tell Pigeon Forge, because they forge pigeons there. Oh, that's what it's for. They forge the pigeons at Pigeon Forge. Help us, F you. We're the government. All right. I knew as soon as I saw this video the other day, you'd not be able to not comment on it. It's true. It's true. There was another one he put out too that was it was worse. My mom was a favorite target of pigeons. They did not like my mom. I get it. Pigeons can be bastards. They can. Well, anyways, yeah. So I had much more fun talking about this video than listening to it. I can tell you that. And I don't think you're missing anything. Like, I don't think I misconstrued much in here at all, or I didn't misconstrue anything, but I don't think I took them way out of context. That's basically a summary of this very long video of this guy. But you may see him on Joe Rogan because he did try to allude to the fact that he should be on Joe Rogan. And guess who knows Joe Rogan really well? Tim Pool. So good luck, Waldo. We'll be looking for you. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, that was fun. I didn't plan on that. Anything else anybody want me to cover? I got some time. When are we going to do this tonight? Let's see. What time is it? Wolfram's got to go to bed at 11. I really didn't see. What stuff did I have? I'm just going to do this real quick and then we'll kick it. But let me see if I had been holding on to anything for a long time. Thank you for 36 people watching right now. Oh man, to tell you, there's some stuff coming out right now about the Biden administration, who was really running the show. You guys hear about the auto pin stuff? My bad. Oh my God, Mission Mind Control. I had some unveiling reality stories that I didn't get to. And that was one of them. Remember the one I told you about, the Patrick Bet-Davis interview with Laura Lee or whatever her name is? See where I put that. It's long, but I would say that is the one I was gonna make you guys hip to this about a month and a half, and that's been out for a while too. So, just catching up with everything. That would have been something we would have done. But they're talking about it now, and the Joe Biden basically and this other dude were basically running the show. The auto pen thing, the auto signature, evidently, according to inside sources, was being run by Elizabeth Warren. But I find that kind of hard to believe. I think that it was the people that she was talking about. This woman. What did I put it in? Watch later or 25? Let me see if I can find at least the title for you. I'll drop the link. I got some cool. Do you guys ever listen to those like boring sleep for history videos? Those are pretty cool. Let's see. Nope. Boy, you can tell I haven't been saving those videos for Hey, how about all the stuff going on with the food, man? JFK, RFK Jr. is kicking ass, taking names, right? That guy is doing good stuff, man. I found a really great video on fluoride too. That was a pretty cool take from this dude named what was his name? Christopher Tran. It's called Evil Food, is the name of the channel. See Epstein cover up. Yeah, the Epstein stuff. Oh, here it is, Linda Lai. I'm gonna drop it for you guys because I didn't get a chance to share it with you when I should have. But this is what I was gonna do on Unveiling Reality before I started getting burnt. Let's see. There you go. Boom. Save that one. That'll tell you everything you need to know about inside the Biden White House, who was running the show. Let's see. Let me go back to the crowd here now that I'm not looking that way. The hell? All right. Mind you, they are not constitutionally protected branch. They are bureaucracy that permits them the Constitution and legislation to revoke the power. Okay. I believe you. T-Rex's last super chat. What did I miss? Did I miss the super chat? When? No way. Hold on. Oh shit. I sure did. Hold on. Man, he's gonna get me to play them all tonight. I think I already did that one. Boy. All right, tell you what. Let's give him the $100 one again. Let's do it. Breaking news. Oh, wait. I was trying to get it all in tonight. Let's see. This isn't really good breaking news, though, is it?
Breaking news. Everybody
Scott Hotbeck, thank you. I just caught there on the little window in front of me. You're taking off. Thank you for being here. It's great to see you. Have a great night, Scott. Take care and be good out there. All right. Breaking news. 3-judge panel. What does that mean? Is that like the idiots at the Muppet Show that sit up there and the curmudgeons up in the corner there? 3-judge panel just ruled that Trump's sweeping tariffs are illegal and put a nationwide. Fuck them. What 3 judges from where? What was this like from America's Got Talent or some shit? That's the only places I know there's 3 judges sitting on a panel. Did that Simon Cowell guy do this? What the fuck? Yeah. Simon Cowell, Waldorf, and Statler. They're the ones who did it. Thank you for that, T-Rex. And thank you for the $10 super chat to get that all out there. But screw those guys. They can't stop it. The effects of the tariffs, I guess they're too stupid to watch, to listen to news conferences and the press conferences to keep up with what's going on. The deals are already done. Deals are already done. We already got a deal with the UK. We already got a deal going with China. We already got deals going with everybody who didn't want to get their ass kicked for screwing us. We already got the deals done. So who's left to get a deal done with? The done deal. Deal's done. So what are they gonna get injunked? All they're gonna do is expose themselves and to get their asses kicked. It's the appeals court. Always it's an appealing panel. Very appealing panel. That has been what has happened before where the Supreme Court refused to take a case up that some lower court judge demanded something of Trump. Likely the First Circuit, if I had to guess. I have not kept up on the circuit numbers. I mean, could be 3, Third Circuit. Regional numbers. Somehow, I doubt they're appealing in any way, shape, or form. I bet. Yeah, me too. I think that we're okay. I think we're okay. This is this is the things, the back and forth, the oh my gosh moments of what's going on with the establishment trying to do something isn't as overwhelming as it used to be. That's why I feel like we're really, really kicking some ass. In that, we're at a point where they can't do the things they used to do anymore. They've lost power. And yeah, and that too, right? Yeah, they're not going to do anything. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to amount to much. It's not going to change anything, and they sure as hell ain't going to be like, okay, now we're going to put this 150% tariffs back on America. I don't think they want to do that. That would be dishonoring for them culturally. They would lose face, and they don't want to lose face because they're Asian, and Asians don't like to lose face. That's the thing. That's how their culture works. It's about face. It's about honor. And though they'll kick your ass if you let them. They'll put some kung fu on that shit. But when they put themselves forward and give their word, they have to honor it, or they will disgrace themselves and their family and their country. And that's why subversion is so big in these Marxist countries as well, because they got manufacture your consent. And well, you have to keep your word now. You said this is what you wanted, right? So if Trump shook hands and made a deal, if they don't honor it, calls them out, they've lost face. I don't know. I don't think this is going to stick, and we'll see. But thank you for bringing that to my attention and everybody's attention, Mr. T-Rex Trucking and more. That shit is frustrating, yet I don't know. Somebody will try to make a big deal out of it, that's for sure. And then someone will make a theory out of that too, and move along with it. I still really haven't gotten over important in a way. I haven't gotten over Alex Jones endorsing Stephen Greer. What a badly timed thing that was. It just shows the guy doesn't do his research. He's not really. I don't think he ever really has, man. I think he's a good historian. I think he remembers shit. He's got a good historian. the thing about everybody gets some credit for 9/11, but the thing about 9/11 was that other people knew that was going to happen. There was a barrier to intelligence sharing at that point. But he could have gotten wind of it the same way other people got wind of it. That's fine and all. He's the first one to go on air, tell him what's up. But that wasn't like the people were like. There were people out there that knew it was a possibility already, but he was the first one to go on air and say it, so he gets the credit for it, which gives him a lot of leeway and makes people forget about things like Sandy Hook really fast. But I'm convinced over time now and that he doesn't research what he talks about, but he knows a lot about history, and he's done a lot of reading in terms of what globalists think and want, and then he pieces it together in his head without really confirming or finding a way to do that. And I'm pretty sure that's what he does. That's fine. Wish him the best, but at the same time, he misleads a lot of people with some shit sometimes, including, and most of all, that Stephen Greer stuff. Like, oh, I've researched all this stuff. It's really good shit, man. No, it's not. You didn't read. We probably read Greer's bullshit and be like, "Oh, this is great." I got to promote my guest because he's on my guest. He's on my show. He's like, "Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex." It was disgusting. It was bad. Really bad, and that was probably the last straw in terms of that. It's like hoping he'll come back around. It's okay. I wish him the best. I wish him the best, and I hope he does. I always pray for clarity for people and brothers. We're gonna round it up here. Let's get back to just talking. I'm gonna wrapping it up here shortly, very shortly. And I can't tell you. I'll be back when I'm back. Shelly, again, I said, let me talk about Shelly for a minute. Let's talk about Shelly. Shelly's doing great. Everything's been cool at her house. Her brother came to visit, and as well as a few rabbits, a few cats, and a possum and a skunk. All right. You can keep up with Shelly's antics on her Discord. She will be back to streaming one day. She's not like me. She wasn't burned out. Her situation, it just wasn't right to me. It just isn't been right for her to feel comfortable in doing it. But in the interim, like myself, she's making progress. And, so she's making a lot of progress towards the things she's needed to make progress about, including her health and wellness, mental wellness, physical health, physical abilities, things of that nature. Shelly has lost 30 pounds or more. I don't know, 30 pounds or more. She's been out walking around every day. What'd you say? What'd you say, Thomas? What's that? What'd you say?
Yeah, listen up. I got a story to tell about a guy named Gary Lamb who ain't paying well. Owes my girl Shelly $2,000. That's a fact. She's getting tired of his running, no paying back. Where's the money, Gary? You've been dodging for days, thinking you can fool us, playing those games. But we ain't buying it. Your excuses are lame. Time to step up, man. No more delays. Where's the money, Gary? Gary, where's the money? You better pay what you owe. What you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Gary, where's the money? You can't keep running no more. No more. Yo, Gary, it's time to face the truth. Shelly needs a cash, no more acting uncouth. Pay up what you owe, don't make us get rough. You mess with the wrong crew, now you're playing tough.
Along when you once you was test sold in, I got a story to tell about a guy named Gary Lamb who ain't paying well. That was my girl Shelly $2,000. That's a fact. She's getting tired of us running, no paying back. Where's the money, Gary? You've been dodging for days, thinking that you can fool us, playing those games, but we ain't buying it. Your excuses are lame. Time to step up, man. No more delays. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? You better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Can't keep running no more. Yo, Gary, it's time to face the truth. Shelly needs a cash, no more acting uncouth. Pay up what you owe. Don't make us get rough. You mess with the wrong crew. Now you're playing tough. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Better pay what you owe.
Never gets old. That's a banger and a half. It's a banger and a half. Where's the money, Gary? He done spin it all. Hell that. I'm just coming at you full chested and all. Thinks he's so like, he thinks he's a godly man. So funny. So funny. Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary, who will you screw over next? No, but anyways, Shelly, she's been doing yard work and walking and talking and heading on down the path. She's coming and going. Don't know where she's at. No, everything's been cool. Birds landing on her windowsill. Eggs are just coming out of her ears. Everybody's doing good. Mom's Mother Perez has been having little breathing issues. Shelly's been helping with that. She spends most of her day helping Mother Perez, keeping her company, and then just like taking good care of herself. Like I said, she's getting healthy. She's walking and getting lots of exercise. She did her first cartwheel, but she's almost to the point where she can do a back handspring again, and that's really good. So day by day, so when we take our breaks, good things happen. Sometimes breaks are a good thing for everybody. Not always planned, but you never know when you just might need one, how good things can turn out for you if you do have one, right? So if you do have one. So what I'm going to do right now, is look for somebody and something on here. I think I already know what's going to happen here. Let me check it out. That's a good. I'd like to thank all the generous donations and super chats tonight from everybody, especially T-Rex, who's really showed people how to do it. I really do appreciate it. And it's your generosity is much appreciated. I do very much appreciate it. I still have a little bit of time to scrape and claw until I do start. Let's see. Yes. Okay. We will be going here when the stream ends over to my new favorite live stream. And that is the Goat Stream. And when you guys go there, I want to make sure that when you go in to say goat evening to everybody, right? It's goat equal good. And then hey equal hey. If you see Valhalla, say hey, like Hay, right? And whenever you want to say good or great, use the word goat. We're going to make the language over there its own special little code that you have to be on the inside to figure out, right? Oh, look, it's Nacho Kitty. I just saw this no notification. Oh my goodness gracious. I asked about you earlier. You got no notification. Did you ring that bell? I had it actually went public with it as soon as I created it. Usually I'd tell it enlisted and then I put it public, but nope, because I hadn't done it in a while. It's good to see you, Nacho Kitty. You got here for the last 12 minutes, but that's good because I'm going to send you over to Goat Stream here in a second. You're going to have a goat time. You'll have a goat time at Goat Stream. I promise that. I promise it. Let's see. Yeah, I've been off for like a month and a half. Just took a break, had to get some things done here. Important things. Had to utilize my time in other ways. And cure a little burnout. And also just, I needed to really focus on getting a full-time employment instead of contracts. They're kind of like doing that kind of ran its course in terms of utility at this point in history. And of course, at the point in history going forward where I want to be able to shift, I want to be able to upgrade my career to match the times that are coming. So if I don't do this now, if I don't upgrade my career now, if I don't add in the new technologies that are coming and start integrating that and be on the forefront of that, I'll be behind. And unfortunately, at my age, that wouldn't be a good thing because you got a bunch of smart people coming up behind me that would love my job. So, and so you don't want to get left behind by the youngsters that are more into the stuff that's going on today than the stuff that you were into when they weren't, they were still in school. So yes, that is the thing with this new great expanding information age. We're in this age of AI and tools and amazing things. T-Rex, you said something earlier about that too, didn't you? I missed it. I meant to go back to that comment. It's probably buried. You said something about the thing I showed you the other night. Yeah, we were T-Rex and I were working on an app the other night. But if you know where to go and what to use, you can build stuff. You can do it. You can build stuff. And so, yeah, I've been doing that. Getting better at prompting, learning how to, like I said, I've been looking for other particular other channels, like not one where I would stream on, or even political channels, just entertainment or information based channels, or that didn't even have to do with anything with this one, but just that I could do as another kind of thing. Like it'd be kind of exciting to build another channel up just on its own, just with video content, something I haven't done in a very long time. And then when I did, it was like I did it the wrong way because everything was copyrighted, and even though it was rebased and completely transformed, and it still didn't get pushed. And you start getting into that problem. The YouTube will not be as excited about pushing you out. But I've been learning about that kind of stuff and listening to other people and looking at different types of videos and listening to entrepreneurship stuff. I've been doing all kinds of things like that. So I've been doing and spending a lot of time with my son, more time because he has a girlfriend now, so he's busy too. But but we've been able to hang out and more, and that felt more right than getting on a stream, and it should. And so we're always going to have Winning Reality together, and whether I'm streaming a lot or a little bit, I'll be here. I'll be around. I think when I get into this new job, I'm going to go full bore on it, like I did on this channel. Like I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to ramping in and setting standards and blowing them away, because I want to excel and I want to use this opportunity that's been a blessing to its fullest potential. So it'll require my time and during the day, and more so extra time in the evenings, so I can reach that standard I set. And then that doesn't leave a lot of time for coming up with content for weekly shows. But weekend shows, you get that? Thank you so much. But weekend shows, once or twice a month, maybe, and maybe just pop in them with other people, like I said, there's, people that have wanted me to go on their shows that I haven't. And maybe instead of that's easier to do at night. I can do that rather than, run something over here. And then we could just have get-togethers. We have gatherings. Love gatherings. And that will give me a lot of time to put those gatherings together, to make them fun and entertaining, and to come up with new things. Thank you so much. God bless, amigo. I'm sure you will exceed at every metric set by yourself and your employer. Let's hope so. Tell you what, I'm going to have access to anything I want. So that'll be good. Yeah. And I can, all these things I wanted to do, I can probably try to start really doing them. But we'll see. I gotta get it started and get going. But I don't think that I want to stop there. That's important. And that's security in a lot of ways. But there's also security and an annual salary, and there's also building multiple streams of income and wealth, generational wealth, and those are on the table too. Winning Reality, this channel is awesome, and I appreciate everybody that supports it in every way that you do. But because of the nature of the content and the way it's been built out and the nature of the world today, in terms of how things are done in the new media, it has limited potential to ever be a generational wealth builder, unless I do something like, I don't know, like I happen to just, if the universe, if God wants it to be that way, it will, right? And I'll be here for it. I built the backline content for it. I built the premise for it. Built the lore of it. You know, it's all right here. And I got a great crowd. You guys will always be the foundation of Winning Reality, the channel, and Winning Reality in your own life for those you love too. And so we always have that together. And don't think that I'm leaving you, or that I'm gone, or that I don't care about this channel anymore, or you, or anything that I've done here, because I do deeply, very deeply, sincerely, not bullshit, blowing shit up your ass because so that, you know, you like me. It's like that. No, I really mean it. You guys have been amazing. So just because I'm not around doing the same grueling schedule or competing with other people, or, you know, whatever, for time and for, you know, subs and for views and for likes and for all that shit, doesn't mean that I don't care about you or care about the content or care about what we've done on this journey together. I really do. And it's been a blessing, and you guys have all been a blessing. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I always say it, I always mean it when I say it. I don't think I can say it enough. I think I say it a lot because I really want to get it across. I really want you to know and feel it. Kay, thank you so much for being here. You're one of us. And I will be here as often as it's right. And that, you know, we'll get back to just having a good old time on Saturday nights to start with. And we'll take it from there. And as things go, we'll be on this ride together, and that's what we're going to do. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go have a goat time over at Valhalla's place, Valhalla's barn. He's the hey man. Say hey man. Remember, you say hey man. You see him say hey man with H-A-Y. Hey man, because he's the hey man. He comes in there and drops the hay out. He's the hey man. But I want you guys to all go over there and let's do a good old fashioned raid, right, where we all show up and have a good old time. I'll be there. Goat evening. Wishing everyone a goat evening. But for now, I'd like to say, guys, thank you so much for being here. Do I have a contact email? Yes, it's winningrealitynow@gmail.com. And can we throw a Discord link? Do you do Discord, Donna? Discord link over to Donna and everybody on Rumble that wants to join up. And as you come in and we get to know you, you guys will be part of that. Just let me know if you have a different Discord name. Let me know who you are. You can DM me on Discord as well. I mean, guys, don't be shy. I'm, you know, I know I talk about serious shit, but I'm just a person, just a dude, and you know, we may be doing more stuff in Discord. So if you're part of the Winner Circle, wink wink, you're part of the Winner Circle, wink, over there, you may see people in the Winner Circle over there. See? And if you are seeing people in the Winner Circle, then you are part of that. All right. So we may have chats over there. We may have just get-togethers. You guys can talk to me if you want to talk to me. You know, voice to voice. You got a chance to do that there and just hang out. Maybe we'll spend more time doing that than on stream. Just a couple evenings a week or something. I don't know. But you guys will decide that. All right, guys. So over to have a goat time at Valhalla, as we are going to do. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. I forgot how I used to end the shows. I'd like to thank each one of you for being here this evening. Remember, you make it happen. You are part of the solution. I will see you guys when I see you guys. And until that time, everybody, stay based and keep on winning.
This is a friendship battle.